Welcome back to Wreck and Roll. Take 2. Today we're here with
Kevin,
RJ,
Joe,
and Brian.
Tsunami. What's it called? Hurricane Isaiah.
yes.
So we wanted to kind of do like a retrospective, I guess, of the TFTCG and just kind of go over our experiences with it, and hopefully stick to like the good parts of it while it lasted. So to begin with, let's talk about your relationship to Transformers before you got into the game.
I was into it before I was born. I just love Transformers.
he was born into it, molded by it.
80s cartoon, kid in, done good.
That's hard to follow up, I guess. Same thing.
Is that like true for everyone, I guess? No? Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
like
add detail,
Did they have cartoons
any
in France?
detail to it.
Wait, did they have Transformers in France, and was it dubbed in French?
Yes.
Give me a Transformers line.
I cannot give you Transformer likes. I was more into Power Rangers when I was younger. I can give you like some lines of Power Rangers.
No.
At least like no. Okay.
Wrong podcast.
A bit of trivia: Starscream's voice, at least in the animated movie '86, was female.
Ooh.
Okay?
Just saying.
What are you telling me for?
Because you like Starscream?
I'll like a female voice actor, sure.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't. It's trivia because you didn't know it.
As I was a kid, I was going, Ma, this is a female voice actor. I don't like this character anymore. Brian, if you voiced Starscream, I would still like Starscream.
Wow.
Hasbro?
That's my Starscream dedication.
RJ, do you want to give an answer, or a longer answer, or no? If not,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I remember in kindergarten going to show and tell every day, and every single week, not every day, every week bringing a Transformer in to transform in front of the class, and I'm pretty sure they hated me at that point, because that's literally all I would bring in is the Transformer and transform it to alt mode and back to alt mode every single week.
What was your favorite one as a kid?
Slag. He was easy to transform. His
It's a British curse word. That's
Is it really?
That's why they call him Slug.
I didn't know that.
Blues on attack. We're sorry if we've...
Sorry, guys. But yeah, his legs like flipped. I remember the entire thing. It was
see,
awesome.
now that's real trivia, Brian.
Yeah,
you learned something. I did.
I learned a new curse word.
Yeah. That's all I got for that.
Okay, Kev?
Saw a couple of like the early episodes from the 80s cartoon, and then some Beast Wars coming back, and then
Actually, Beast Wars. Yeah, that's the only Transformers anime that I actually follow really tight to it. Like the original one, I wanted to see it, but like every day I was missing it. Like I couldn't know when it was broadcasting it. So
The G1?
Huh?
The G1?
Yeah. I wanted always to like look at it, and then also I had like 2 toys of Transformers. I still remember how to transform them. It was Astro Train, and
I think you said Sandstorm.
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 Yes. What was that? That was really good. But I just like threw them away.
Where you
Anyways,
been?
and then I got into Power Rangers and Gundam.
Okay.
Sad. Very sad.
I
And
lost soul.
for me, like I remember 4 years old, my Christmas and my birthday same time, getting Power Master Optimus Prime, probably 87, 88.
That was your first one?
Yeah, that was cool.
Where is it now?
I still have it actually. It's
Whoa.
in one of my like many storage bins. That's awesome. Transformers, yeah. But yeah, since then, like I've just been part of it in one way or another. Like I remember early days on the internet, like free AOL CDs, that type of day. Checking out like Transformers groups and stuff, and just always been a big fan.
Yo, his toy is older than us.
I know.
How old are you guys? When were you born?
87?
88.
Holy
86.
shit.
I feel like we have this conversation once a week.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is like Joe and I are gonna talk a little bit about the early days of us finding out about the game, and then kind of like getting the ball rolling before the game even came out. But before we get there, Joe, what's your history of gaming in general, like prior to Transformers? Tabletop gaming.
Oh. Verse System, Verse 2 PCG, Hero Quest, board games as a kid. I played a Dragon Ball game, card game, 20, I don't know, 09, 07, 08, 06, 04, something, whatever one. Verse,
One of those.
and then this. Then Star Wars Destiny, and then this.
You forgot about Destiny.
You just
I tried very hard to.
and then for me, like I was big into Monster Apocalypse as the collectible game, and then War Machine for a little bit, and then into X-Wing, and then like 40 different FFG Star Wars games, and then Destiny, and then like Destiny fell off my radar when Transformers got onto the radar. So, Joe, when they announced the game, I want to say it was like July of 2018, something.
It was
like
July 10th of 2018.
How do you know that, Joe?
Because I was looking for a group to join immediately. I was like, where is this group? I was like, I can't find a group. How can I not find a group if someone just announced this game like an hour ago? Where is the group?
I don't know. Where is it?
Frenchie, where's the group?
How can I can't join a group? I'll make a group. Am I doing this right?
Everyone can thank Joe for the misery.
Join group. I'm the only one here. Is nobody? Oh, Brian's here. Is anyone else here? No one else was there, and then people started coming.
And then you made a fatal mistake. Do you know?
I made you an admin. That was the fatal mistake. I want to believe, like, you know, when you you have like a choice in time. You do one thing, it's going to go this way, and also do something else that way.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, I feel like had Brian not been an admin, would this game still be around? I just don't, and I can't go back in time. I can't. If I ever get a time machine, that will be one of the things I address. Just to see.
Oh god.
In that timeline, all of the stuff from 2020 happens in 2019. Is it worth it?
We'll find out.
So as Joe was doing that simultaneously, I was making a group for our local area. Like, I don't think we even knew the other one was doing it.
Brian thought small. Joe thought big. Why did you go to that one first?
Because I want people to play the game with.
Also, he assumed, like you did, that somebody else would have already built
Yeah.
a major one.
Yeah.
Wait, did both of you was already friends on Facebook at that time, or just like
Yeah,
not
2018.
2018?
We knew
You
each
were
other
friends
during
with
Destiny
us?
days.
Yes, 17. Okay. And then you just saw his group and just like jump in there?
No, I invited him.
Like a key piece that you left out.
The blame just keeps growing larger and larger. It's you.
Interview over. God.
Where you went wrong.
And then, do you
I
remember?
woke up on July 10th.
Do you remember? Did people find it on their own after that, or did we have to start promoting? Like, I know we started talking to like
There
our
was
local
nowhere
guys.
to promote it. People just started finding it.
Well, I mean, I started
I
sharing
didn't post
it
it
to like
any.
TFW.
You might have done that. I didn't do
different
any of that.
Transformers Facebook pages I found out there. To,
Hey, guys.
just to get people in there.
Here, like, okay. I don't recall like any other Cybertron.com, TFW 2005, TFarchive.net. I want to know of the three.
I
Decent
basically
ones?
shared it wherever I could, just try
Right.
to get people to come in.
You're at your post office. You're like, hey, Postmaster Frank, check this group out.
Yes.
Wherever you could, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
And then not long after that, or maybe the same day, or like a week after, they announced the San Diego Comic-Con Cliffjumper Slipstream pack.
I don't remember when they announced that. I can only assume it was that day or that week.
It had to have been pretty quick because
quick.
we knew about it before Gen Con was happening. Because whenever SDCC would have been, it was probably out there.
Yes.
But I remember immediately like checking eBay once San Diego Comic-Con had started, trying to find people who had them for sale.
I think it
We're
went
trying to
like
scalp, yes.
around that time it was going for like $30 the pack. That's crazy. And then I think that's toward the end of the year that just like started to raise, that skyrocket the price. It's just crazy.
And then, so Gen Con comes up early in August or end of July. And we find out that they're releasing the Autobot starter. You and I both have friends who are there. So, like, we're basically begging people who are there to bring us back copies.
Also on my list.
And I think we got at least 4 copies of the game. Because I remember, like,
Probably.
4.
I think we gave one to you, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe one to Pete?
No.
A few other people. Like, we started doing demos almost right off the bat.
We just didn't want to wait another month and have like, just buy all the starters you're allowed to, and we'll just bring them over. We'll take care of them.
That was July, right?
That was August.
End of, like, it may have been very end of July.
No,
like July 29th.
back then it
30th.
didn't start till like mid or early August. Maybe even
Nova
late
was
August.
early
No.
August. I jumped into
It had to be like August
September.
2nd.
Nova's end of August. Nova's like start of. It's like Labor Day weekend almost. So it was like end of August.
Oh,
early
okay.
Yeah, they don't
September.
conflict.
Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't there yet.
I went back to check when we did our first video. We did ours August 7th. I think that was the weekend that like people had come back from Gen Con on like, you know, Sunday or Monday. We got the stuff and then we filmed it Friday or Saturday or something.
Gen Con was the first, August 1st last year, I think was the last day, so that timeline matches up. They probably do it at the same time every year.
They changed, I think.
Did they?
And I remember also kind of like finding people through various different like Facebook pages who were at Gen Con, who I was basically like begging them to find me the
All the
extra
commons.
copies of the commons. So
But you had no idea who they were.
there were people at Gen Con. I remember like the YouTube guy's name was Fishformers, I think.
Fish farmers.
Oh God, what was his name?
I'm blanking on his name. It may have been Drew something.
No,
We're not.
I'll find out.
20 minutes into this interview, he will figure it out.
But like he was there at Gen Con, or maybe he was at San
He
Diego.
was at San Diego Comic Con,
Okay, that's what it was.
and he got us or you one of the SDCC packs.
I think he gave one.
He also gave one away to the group.
Yeah.
That was insane back then. But no, actually, it wasn't insane back then. Like, giveaway a pack, thank you. Now it's like giveaway pack. It's like, oh, you're giving away what?
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at that time, like people didn't realize the value of it.
Right.
Like
It
some people
wasn't
were speculating
peak
on
yet.
that, but it wasn't. Like we didn't know if it was going to like work at that time, even the game. That's crazy.
So at that point, between San Diego Comic Con and Gen Con, like Drew, as he was there, was like sneaking little. Like,
Josh Bass.
is the guy who like was there getting us pictures of character cards and
Yeah.
stuff.
Fish farmers.
So like Drew
makes
was
sense.
letting him take pictures of cards and like sharing that to the group. So that was really cool early on. And then when we had those starters, like I think you learned how to play by playing against somebody. And then you taught me my very first game. Like that was my first
Damn it!
The
This is just all.
So now the question becomes, is the game's downfall your fault?
Yes.
Damn it.
And I mean, like early days, you had what, a GoPro that you had to
Yeah.
like jury rig a.
On your head?
No, what the? Oh my God! What
You had to put together like some type of.
Oh,
It was like a clear
We,
case that you
made
drilled
a
into
tripod
or
out of
something.
like not a tripod.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget what it was.
You don't have it anymore?
I remember the first few videos.
Actually, learned how to spend $20 and get a real tripod.
If I remember correctly, like the table was distorted too. Like it was kind of like a fish lens.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it wasn't a fish lens. It was just the GoPro.
GoPro,
Like,
yes, yes.
Like, dude, just give me normal, please.
And the audio. Oh god,
The audio
Audio was actually pretty good.
It was still
early
GoPro.
on.
was still good.
Still
No,
the GoPro. We didn't have a separate microphone. We
did.
had just the GoPro.
No.
We did.
Just-
Oh,
It was-
no, we
I
had-
had like a portable recorder type thing.
He had something from 1970 that took like
Yes.
four like quadruple AD batteries. It had like all settings. Like, what is this from Radio Shack's brother?
And somehow the sound quality was,
It was, like,
amazing.
perfect.
It may have been the best
It was,
sound
like,
we've ever.
It didn't hear Joe in his bedroom upstairs.
right here. That was it.
And then we also had to put construction paper
Oh,
over
yeah.
the lights up here,
Oh,
so that
man.
it wasn't like crazy with the glare.
Yeah.
The early days.
Were you
got
guys down in your
cameras,
basement at
yes.
one point?
No.
No?
No, never.
Upstairs or here.
Yeah, and we used to have to turn off like the fan or the AC upstairs,
Before we had a laptop, we could only record on my PC.
and it would
Wait,
get
what?
hot up there quick.
The same sentence I just said, I'll say it again. Before we had a laptop, I had to record on my PC.
But like, did you bring the PC down or something?
Yes and no. I had my other PC that I brought down here because I was tired of being up there. It was too damn hot. Because the AC was on, and it was just like, it's on now. I don't know if they can hear it. AC was on, computer was on, Brian's talking, microphone was There's like too much going on in this like 5-foot area. So I was like, let me just go downstairs. I had a spare PC that I set up here, and we recorded over there. And it was still too loud. That was the bad computer, the old computer. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, we need a laptop.
The fan of
Yeah.
the computer. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
I had
yeah.
2 GPUs in there. I was like, hey, this is kind of loud.
And then we were also like every single week we would print out whatever cards got revealed, and then we would try to just proxy something with those cards. Like we just throw the battle cards in there, character cards in there, like not really team building, but just seeing how it would go.
Those beginner teams were so fun before the cards were actually fully revealed.
I bet you were playing Always Starscream or something.
We didn't see the uncommon one for a while, did we?
It wasn't until near the end we saw
It was like
Skyward.
Bombshell, Demolisher, and Nemesis. What a deck! What a deck! It was such a good deck.
Wait, Nemesis?
Yeah.
They spoiled him pretty. I think he was.
He was the first. Bumblebee was the last. We're like, who was the last super rare? I'm pretty sure B was the last.
Actually, I think Deadlock may have been the last character they
Oh,
showed.
It was all downhill from there.
That dog. Has anyone ever played it?
Not
I
on
don't even-
purpose.
we didn't even proxy him.
I think he might have been in my first deck.
If it was anyone, it was
Sometimes
Kev.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I think my first deck was like Thundercracker, Slug, and Deadlock.
Damn.
Might have been.
Sounds about right. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I think I'm
I
stars on
vaguely
that.
remember that. I don't even know how many stars Deadlock is. 8, 9.
11,
That was a lot.
10, 9, 8, 7.
But then this that's horrendous. Yeah.
So, like, we're doing demos, and at the time, Destiny was in a weird spot at our local game store. Like, it was kind of dying down because it had started up at a different game store on a different night. But you were also getting disenchanted with it at the time. So, like, Destiny, for us, we were sort of, like, basically done with it.
Yeah.
So we started recruiting Destiny players to get into it, doing demos and things like that. Basically, our Wednesday Destiny night became Wednesday Transformers night.
That's how I dropped in.
So Wave 1 actually came out. Like, Wave 1 was released. We did a release event. It was modified sealed. I think it was starter pack.
Yeah.
And then 6 packs of Wave 1.
Correct, yes.
Something like that.
And you built your team with that.
Yes. And I got really lucky because I almost got all the Insecticons in the one go. I didn't have Scrapnel. So, but like one buddy, actually colleague is the one that gave me the Scrapnel at the end of the night. So yeah, that event, you were here too, right?
No.
No? There was a lot of people, I think. There was like 15?
15, 16.
There was a chunk.
Yeah, that was great. Like we were all in the basement of All the King's Men, and like most of the people didn't know how to play the game. I think.
It may have been like half and half. Like, half the people were like super like dialed into everything going on. And the other half,
Or like, teach me.
yeah.
I basically learned the game there. Yeah, that was cool. And I actually having that core set plus the 6-pack made it really enjoyable to like try to like build everything. There was like enough to do whatever we wanted to do. That was pretty cool.
I think the problem with sealed that we tried it once or twice later on.
There were no rules for sealed at that time.
Yes, that is true.
For Wave 1, the tricky thing was that there were so many 10 cost or higher characters that a lot of times you'd be stuck going too wide. And in
Right.
that case, you're boned.
Yes. That
Unless
is
you
true.
got lucky somehow with the pairing. So, Frenchie, you came in pretty quickly after like we started making that our regular Wednesday event.
You
Actually,
kidnapped me very quickly.
Before we get there, actually, when you opened your first pack, first box, or first case, whatever,
Say first one more time.
your first openings for real,
For real.
you pulled what?
Nemesis.
And I pulled SRT.
What the hell?
Really? Yeah. I think my first box may have actually had Grimlock and B in there.
Those Wave 1 cases were murder. Whole case, you just get like 4 rares, maybe 5 if you were lucky, maybe 3 if it was bad, and maybe 1 super. You're like,
By the end of that night, I actually bought the boxes from Steve. The rare I got was actually RC and Cosmos.
So, French, what was your gaming history prior to coming into Transformers for tabletop gaming?
As a kid, not a lot. Like I wanted to play like a lot of board games, but like my brother were not into it. So it was until I was like a teen that I started to play Magic. I also wanted to get into it. Like the French made like really nice advertisement for the Magic game itself. Like they advertised it as chess, like boxing, like very competitive. And as a kid, I was really impressed. And then I started to jump into it. Play a lot of drafts back in France. More later when I was in college. And then when I came here, I keep continuing Magic until I got frustrated by drawing too many lands or not enough lands. And that's when I learned about Destiny and met all of you guys. Destiny was strong in our era.
All downhill from there.
Like
We were getting like 30 people on a Wednesday night. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Like the basement of ATKM was packed.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was at one time also I just came doing a weekend and nobody was there. I just like posted on Facebook in a local group, New Jersey, that hey, does anyone just like come and like do a impromptu tournament? 16 people just show up.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just great. That Destiny was really good. It's just like after August 2018, after Nova, like, nobody wanted to play anymore. That was
And to kind of build off what Frenchie's saying there, we were lucky in that we were able to pull people from Destiny, but also pull people from like kind of the more the miniature game scene. Like Seth never really played card games before doing Transformers, so like it was a good game to kind of pull in people who were not typically card gamers too.
Brian and Kevin, you guys came into Destiny because of X-Wing, right?
Well, I met Kevin.
Well, right, we met through X-Wing. I wasn't big on Destiny. Like, it didn't appeal to me.
Okay.
So
I do a thing sometimes where like when I get into a game and I have some extra stuff, I give like a starter pack of stuff basically to Kevin.
want to play games?
Basically to try to sucker him.
Hey, Kenny, this is some good stuff. You wanna try some?
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm like, no, Ryan, no. I still have the stuff from last time.
So
when we're playing Batman, Brian, DC miniatures win.
Marvel Crisis Protocol. French, what made you decide to get in Transformers? I don't know if you hit that.
Made him decide to get into?
I don't know if I had like any decision. You guys were just like, hey, Frenchie, you wanna play on the camera? Okay.
Well, I mean, also to give some background there, I remember at least one night where like it was me and you here at Joe's, maybe before PAX, the year before PAX 2017, maybe, and like we were practicing for Destiny and also L5R.
Oh, I thought
Rest in peace.
We completely forgot about that one. We didn't say about that one. L5R. Oh my god, so many people like got into it, played like trained for it actually, for PAX 2017, and then
We just decided just to do Destiny.
like L5R people like
The game was like
screaming.
17 hours long. I was like, dude, I just want to play a quick 20, 30 minute game.
Yeah.
Not 5 hours. I felt so bad for them. Their play area, they had like 30. Picture Ascendancy, but you only get half the room to do it.
God.
And then the Destiny players, we need like this much room. We got like this much room. We're like, hey, okay, guys.
Destiny players were playing on the X-Wing map.
Yeah.
And then FR people were just like playing on like a normal MTG.
Smaller. It was a
Yeah,
smaller
You're
table.
playing on this.
They had tokens and piles and cards and decks and characters. They were like,
Yes.
And even worse, a lot of them dress up
Yes.
in samurai type garb, and they have like battle cries and chants and stuff.
they were screaming at Gen Con.
Yes. Yes. all F5 are, I heard like the Atamoto and stuff like this, the clan, they're all pretty into it. So like when the new F5 came in, we were just like noobs. We were like, yeah, you want to pay, and then BAM! All F5
We're gone.
Let's get away.
And fail.
So Frenchie, we got you into the scene. We had like a pretty regular group of.
We almost
maybe-
lost Frenchie to a Keyforge podcast.
That's true.
Oh yes, I was doing a Keyforge podcast at some point. Yes.
That does pop up. Well, yes, that did happen that fall. You're right.
I know I'm right, so I
That's
said
pretty
it.
Well, 2018, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So I did that 2 episodes or 3 episodes of podcast toward the end of the year, I think.
I remember. I think were you like recording here upstairs one day?
No, I was
No?
always
Okay.
So that was only because like I want to have some peace.
Brian might be right. I'm pretty sure you were like, can I borrow
Somebody
you upstairs?
isolate that soundbite.
Frenchie, there was a point where Frenchie didn't care about us and cared more about the Keyforge people, and he left us to go upstairs and do that.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
I remember now. Yes. I'm so sorry. Someone like like Brian and Kevin, they're just like, hey, you want some?
So, pretty good like crew of 6 to 8 people showing up every week, and then one day, RJ shows up there. And RJ, there's at least one good story about that first night, I think.
Yeah, I think I've spoken about it a couple of times. I was like 30 seconds away from actually not even walking in. I don't do well in new social situations, so I got super bad anxiety. I texted Candace, my girlfriend, on the phone. It's like I think I'm gonna come home. I'm like super uncomfortable. I don't do like stuff like that at all. Go out, meet new people, play new games. She's like, get your ass in there, go make new friends.
She's tired of seeing.
Yeah, she was tired of seeing me, and I'm correct.
Get the fuck in there.
But I was like 30 seconds away from not doing any of this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's a second story, isn't there? Like that first night, didn't you pull?
I pulled the entire Dinobot team. Joe sat across from me and watched me. Joe has the worst memory in the entire world, doesn't remember it.
Accurate.
When was it? What year? Last year? Last week?
Last week, yes. So I went out, I bought 3 packs. No,
last week.
I think I bought like 5 packs or whatever, and I pulled out in succession in the first 3 packs Sludge, Snarl, and Grimlock.
No way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
At the time, the Dinobots were the best deck, and I think Grimlock was one of the harder ones to find.
At the time,
was, yeah.
commons were going for like money because their boxes were like nowhere. I mean, you could sell like a team of Dinobots in September, October for like $25. You're like,
Yeah.
well, without Grimlock, excuse me,
Yes,
just the commons and uncommons. Like, okay, damn.
I put up a Grimlock on eBay. It went for like $90.
Wow.
Like, it was crazy.
Criminal was strong. Yeah.
So RJ, what was your gaming history prior to Transformers?
So when I was like, probably 10 or 11, I played Magic for a few years.
Brad.
I played Invasion Block up until like Torment or Odyssey.
That's when I started actually.
Really?
Yes.
And then I just kind of gravitated away from it. My parents would take me and my friends to the mall like every weekend to draft, play Magic at Legends in the mall, if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
I cannot remember that.
In Deptford,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in France.
Frenchie was in France, she does not remember that.
That's why the store went under. You weren't there to support.
I got out of that relatively quickly, and then didn't play anything up until Hearthstone. And I played that up until like Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, I think, and then nothing until Transformers.
What made you get into Transformers?
I've just always loved Transformers, I honestly don't know. I guess I kind of missed the magic aspect of blind packs and pulling things randomly. I even walked into Target like multiple times, not knowing anything about local game stores. Up until that point, obviously, except Legends, and I just kept looking at them, like, I'm never gonna play this. Why even buy them? And then one day I bought the starter in like 6 packs. I think the first person I pulled was like Jazz, and then I just never stopped. Fortunately or unfortunately.
Frommer's fun fact: RJ and I used to work together at different stores.
We did.
And not known who we were.
Correct.
Each other were. Did I say any
That's
of that
almost
right?
English.
We worked
Could you
together for the same company in different buildings. I might have crossed his path once in a while and not known it.
And Candace, because I got Candace a job there at my Rite Aid.
Wow. I probably wow.
That's
And she worked up front.
I would have had to have walked in the front of the store and passed her. Yeah.
That checks out. Yes.
And then just to get the sequencing right, Kevin, do you know, was Metroplex out when you got into the game or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was like December, like early December.
were you after PAX? You must have been, probably.
I think when I started playing, it was after PAX.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
I'll pull you in just a little bit.
Yep.
So, Metroplex came out. We had like a Metroplex event at our store where the idea was you had to bring a regular deck with you, and then was it the stock Metroplex deck? You just played that?
Maybe we let them manipulate some cards. If not, we probably let them manipulate the deck a little bit.
I forget.
It was so long ago.
But like the idea was that one player played Metroplex, other player played a normal team, and you switched.
And you switch, yeah.
And
To prevent people go, I want to play the new Metroplex. Metroplex for Metroplex versus Metroplex versus Metroplex. Like, we get it. We understand you want to play it. Let's just rotate.
And the one moment that stands out to me, which is I think one of the cooler moments I've had, is I was playing you,
Yeah,
RJ.
I remember this vividly.
And I think you were doing your first flip with Metroplex, and for whatever stupid reason, like I took out my phone and started videoing it.
Yeah.
And I forget whether I don't know. Like I think the very last card you flipped out there, like nailed it.
Yep.
Like you and I both went nuts, which is awesome.
It was one step further than that, I think, too. I inadvertently left at least one of your guys at 1 health, so I got his ability off, tapped your team down, killed another guy. I remember it vividly because it was so cool and it's never happened since.
Oh, I was blocking that part out. So, not long after that, because Metroplex was out for not very long at all when PAX 2018
It was up for like a week or 2 weeks. It was end of November. Metroplex came out, and then PAX was early November or early December.
So, PAX 2018.
If only someone did research and kept track of when things launch, and we could check on that.
PAX Unplugged 2018. We all went there. Joe, RJ, French, and I, we all played Transformers there.
Yes.
Joe, you played every single event?
No, I did not play in the Saturday night event because I
You're
had
getting married.
I had to attend a wedding.
Congratulations.
Luckily, it was like a block or two away.
I forget, were you playing in
The wedding?
suit?
No.
Like,
No,
were
I'm
you
not
in
playing in the suit.
Okay.
You were bringing the suit in your car. I don't know where you changed.
The suit was at home. My sister came to pick me up.
Okay.
And then, Frenchie, you played most of the events?
I think I did, yes. The 3 events.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, and probably Friday night.
I think I did Friday and Saturday. I didn't do Sunday.
Metroplex launched November 16th, 2018. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
So that was like just 2 weeks before?
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two or
yeah.
three.
So,
Yeah.
for that first, like for that was the first somewhat major, well, first major, I guess.
It was
Event.
major.
That was the major events.
The first one.
The first big event for the game.
Where people from like different areas would have been there. Like I remember people from Virginia. I think even somebody from further away, like maybe
New Jersey.
West Coast,
West Indies. What did you say?
West Coast, or maybe actually possibly
Jupiter.
somewhere South America. There was a guy who was playing. He was playing Nemesis, Barrage, and Demolisher. All I know is like it was a significant travel time, but it was neat to have.
So if you're watching this and you were from South America and you attended the 2018 PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia, let us know.
Email Joe at
Do not
recordroll.com.
just post in the comments. Do not message.
And I think each event had like somewhere around 20 people ish.
They started at 16 and worked their way up to 22, 24,
Sounds
26.
about right.
If there only was a post somewhere that I can go dig up. I'm not going to look for that one.
You didn't went like higher a little bit?
Now I'm going to go look.
I think we were surprised because like it just keep on growing.
Is it glowing or growing?
Growing.
Yes.
Both.
Let's do glowing.
It glowed up.
Yeah. There was like people that hasn't played the game at all, just learned and started there.
Yeah, like people were basically doing the like turbo event or turbo, was that around then?
Yes.
Maybe not. They probably had like they had events basically where you could buy a starter box and you would get like 6 packs or something like that. Because I remember doing it only because it was a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people like built decks out of that, and they were playing in constructed events.
I always remember, like, if you win, you get to add to your deck or something.
The power of the
afterwards.
search function. Found it in like 3 seconds. Friday, there was 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the Friday event.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then it goes 5, 4, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for the next one. Friday 5 p.m. What did I just say? Friday 5 p.m. And then Saturday morning was 6, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then Saturday 5 p.m. was 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then Sunday was the biggest day at 22.
Okay.
Search function.
But RJ was right. They had like a league type of thing, which not many people did. But the idea was if you won, you got to get a pack, or like you get to pull cards out of the box or something, and like add to your pool of what you could do. Do you guys remember how you did
Yes.
at the event?
Oh yes, I knocked out Joe in semi-final.
Dude,
And guess what? Joe was playing Metroplex.
it was by 1 damage.
Yes.
And then finals was him versus Bugs. I could have took the Bugs, dude.
Yes, I got really sad because my deck wasn't fitted at all to like play against bugs. It was
Fitted to play against me, and I gave you it.
I was like playing.
So the mountain continues to
But you win the day before. You win on Saturday.
Yeah, but I wanted to win again with Metroplex. It's funnier.
Yes, that
Even
one
better.
You won with
Double primes.
Double primes, yes, yes. A lot of
boring.
person was playing double primes. I think the first person that was playing it
Double
was
primes
Craig.
by the end of Sunday was
I think
7 people.
At the very least, Scott Landis of Vector Sigma. I think he was the like person who got it like on the map for people. I'm pretty sure.
I think we all did. The fact that everyone was just constantly running. I think it was the
Oh, I
West.
see what you're saying. Craig from
North
Philly.
Philly.
Yes, he was the first one. That,
Craig Bird.
yes. Oh,
He brought it to us.
Yeah, he brought like
Northeast
3 or
Bend.
4 guys down to play on Wednesday nights sometimes.
I think in October, November, we did have like some big tournament too at Top Deck, and that's when I saw that Metroplex. Top Deck was doing like some crazy
What? When?
tournaments.
Metroplex in October?
No, Top Deck. They were doing like some big tournaments with like a lot of prize support.
Yeah,
Right.
after PAX Unplugged, people started playing Metroplex more.
No. The
Not
first time.
Metroplex. He's talking about when
Double Prime.
when Craig
See
played
the
double
double
primes.
prime.
Yeah, because once PAX Unplugged was done, as I saw the list grow from 3, 5, 6, 5, 7, double primes.
No,
But he's saying
before-
the inspiration for it came
Yes.
a few weeks beforehand at Top.
Yes.
Frenchie's correct about this.
Yes.
He's right.
Craig and his friend, I don't remember his name, played the double prime at that event and just like took
It
it
was
off.
Jamal or Leo, or that other friend they had.
Don't remember his name, but like a lot of person was playing bugs. I was playing bugs.
Bugs.
So that's funny because at that time nobody was playing correctly.
Swarm.
No, we were playing Swarm. I still function. No, people were
Just name
playing
all the cards
the
you
other
got.
card. God, Peaceful Tyranny. Like at that time, people were not playing Peaceful Tyranny as consistently as after. Like losing just one bot looks to be crazy to people.
Right.
And
People weren't tapping down using Scrapnel's flip ability that
Yeah.
much either.
yeah, so in a field with like Insecticons, there was like this double prime that nobody was thinking that was doing good because just like 2 characters against 4, all blue, and this was like smashing the bugs consistently. That was crazy, and that's how we got like all those double primes and at PAX. And that's when I started to like try to tech for it on the 3rd day, and I played RC, Scrapnel, and Optimus Prime with like all orange, all pierce, like to just get through it.
All Pierce?
Hmm?
All Pierce?
Like
For RC.
Wasn't a lot of Pierce back then.
yeah. I mean, I just wanted to like put RC in a really good spot to just like get through the primes.
And then I think I went 4-1 on Friday with Hot Wheels. I think it was a 5-round event, like 5-round mini events.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I did was day 2. I like threw together that morning Shockwave, Thundercracker, and Flame War, and actually did relatively well. Like maybe 3 and 2. But like that started my love affair, just big crazy swings with Thundercracker, Brainstorm, stuff like that. The other cool thing we got to do at PAX 2018. Well, actually, before we do that, like you, Joe, made like the first. Probably.
Oh, I'll get some for you.
The first like big like WTF moment was you taking Metroplex, which everybody thought was a joke at the time.
Yes.
To 4-1.
Yes.
Like people were going nuts.
You stopped me from 5. That would be so much more exciting.
There was no way I was beating. So that final was against John Palmer. There was no way I was beating him. Oh, that was also best of 1. And in the starting hand, it has 2 ISF. No ways I could flip that game. That was crazy. Oh, Dan was starting that day too. Dan, I don't know. That's when he started to learn the game and.
He was playing Dinobots.
Yeah.
And then, so the other cool thing that happened at PAX 2018 was
Calm down, Letterman.
we got to interview Drew, which was cool and like a little bit intimidating.
That was like Saturday, I think.
Friday.
I remember you bringing a whole rig, like laptop, the microphone, camera, set it nice, like with the big transformers.
I remember you almost knocking over the entire display stand next to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed you real quick.
Yes.
You almost lost Frenchie that day.
I was like trying to lean against like just like some kind of.
Lean up against the poster.
And there was against the wall, so I was like almost like getting through it.
I feel like Joe, you may have been running like slightly late. Like I wanted to be there like an hour
What?
beforehand.
I was not late.
I'm not saying you were late, but you weren't like early.
I was where I needed to be when I needed to be there.
But I was nervous it wasn't gonna
I'm
work
pretty
out.
sure we were there before you. Me and Frenchie were there, and I was like, "That's Drew," and we're like, "Where's Brian?"
I mean, like at PAX, period.
It's over the bridge. I was gonna be there. I know where it's at.
I'm just saying. But anyway, like it was cool
That
to
was
talk.
cool,
It was
yeah.
cool to talk to Drew. Like
How many person was actually interviewing?
he was doing a lot of like more press type of things.
Yeah.
Just trying to get word out about the game. I remember VS got to do an interview with him too. I think the last day of the con. But it was cool. Like we were working on questions for a while and like trying to make it professional because we had just started doing this. I don't know.
Yeah.
3 months beforehand.
No, we brought we brought a tripod
We
that
bought,
day. No, we didn't need a tripod. Yeah, we brought a tripod. No,
the small one.
I had the small one.
Yeah, the small tripod one.
Still, we had this. We had this.
Yes,
for a
we
long
had that microphone. We wanted to like
What a
make-
buy! What a purchase!
And we were terrified because we never done something with like noise all around, people all around was nuts.
Yeah.
Like I
It
told
turned
him,
out pretty
"Can
cool."
everyone be quiet for 1 second, please?" That wasn't gonna happen.
The sound quality was like it was
So lucky, dude.
I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
We crammed that right into speak into this. We turned off like, all the settings, like just.
That was great. That was actually like we you guys never did anything like this before,
In
right?
public, no.
No.
And
We don't let Brian out.
I mean, I mean, camera was at stake. That's the very first time I was like learning to a lot about camera, doing like stuff with DaVinci and everything else.
It was scary too because we had no idea if the sound would even turn out. It's like
Yeah.
we're sitting there.
No, I tested it there. You're like, give me a sound test. I was like, I already did it.
But
as
still,
you were babbling, I did the test.
But still, it was lucky. Like any other mic, any other like way of like recording it.
Yeah, you only had one shot at it.
Yes.
If the mic we brought was bad, guess what? That's the interview.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because we had like workshopped like all these questions to ask. And
Blew through him in like 5 seconds.
no, actually. So I was talking with Drew beforehand, like, hey,
Okay.
here are the questions. Like, do you want to know the questions? He's like, no, just go for another.
Yeah.
I've got like 4 pages.
You know what, Brian? I never thought that you actually had like I didn't knew like you were stressed because like when I saw you like just talking with you, it was just natural. I thought it was like a teacher thing.
I think a lot of that was him. Like, I think he was kind of like, not you. Like, I can't think of a time in your life where you've made me feel less stressful.
What are you talking about?
But I think Drew like put me to ease. Actually, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 'Cause I know like that's what I was saying though. It was like you guys kind of went through your questions pretty quick, and then he kind of turned the interview back around on you guys. And
Well,
if we lose the video, guys,
It'd be amazing because it's on a laptop.
I think our interview was like maybe an hour long, and I think maybe after 30, 40 minutes I was done. But then he went on to ask us questions for like another 20, 30 minutes, which was cool. I think
He's looking at me like he wants me to. Like I don't remember.
I remember one thing about Drew.
Just one thing.
Yes, his tank deck. I so wanted to know what type of deck.
Demolisher, Dark Mount, Megatron. I mean,
everybody did. Like everybody,
Yeah.
he kept on like flashing like the battle cards out there too.
well, go watch the video. Watch him shuffle and just like, do it that way. I see this card. I see that card.
frame by frame.
But yeah.
And it was cool too. Like he would stop by like at the events as they're going on between him doing interviews, just to say hi to people, and like you guys out there, you guys keep on not sure which one to look at.
It's off. These two are off. There's only one camera.
Like, you guys know that they've all like WotC's staff was always heavily involved. Like Drew also personally very heavily involved at those events. Anything else about PAX?
That was good. That actually made us really hopeful for the game because like we were thinking that it's just going to keep on growing, and we were not deceived. Like 2019 PAX was humongous.
And there was zero like OP initiatives. There was no like promos for buying stuff at your store, for playing at your store. Like
It was all
nothing.
all in the dark. We didn't know what was going to happen. Still shocked they gave away uncut sheets on their first event though. That was crazy.
There's a glare. They can't see it, French.
There's a glare. Oh.
For the first time, like you don't know anything. There's no OP. There's no prizes. Nothing. What's your incentive? Uncut sheets. Like uncut sheets. Okay, sure. You were expecting like PAX and that's it. No, something freaking huge.
So PAX gets done. We go back. We start playing at our store again. Enter Kevin.
Yay!
Kevin, what made you decide to get into the game?
Mostly just harassing you guys.
Lack of choice.
Fair.
But yeah, no, like I think the first like Wreck and Roll video that I watched was one of the live streams you did after the Bumblebee video or Bumblebee movie.
Oh, there was a.
Oh, where Joe was wearing his Starscream thing?
I don't remember
I don't
if
think I
you
had
had
that
the
at that point. I can't remember that far back.
That was like I gave it to Joe for Christmas that year.
We went out all three together to watch the movie.
And then you guys did a
And
live
did we?
stream after, and during it, like you guys are saying, we need like a fourth. I'm like, it's not gonna be me. I messaged Brian during the thing, it's not gonna be me, and it wasn't. It was RJ.
That was simultaneous. We sat like all three of you down in a room.
Yeah. I think you were wearing like a sweater for Grimlock, Starscream, and I had the beanie for
Megatron.
Megatron.
That
Yes.
was our first live stream?
I don't know if it was your first live stream, but it was like
I remember that live stream. when we
Like that
both
was
did
like one of the first ones.
I had them on Halloween.
Yeah, it was like Halloween.
That was the only reason we would do that.
No, it's Christmas.
No, it was.
I got it for
Bumblebee's
you
before
for Christmas.
Well, right. Okay. I don't think you had the hoodie.
Probably not.
Why would I dress up not during Halloween? I don't
It
know.
was. We went for seeing.
It was see the Transformers movie.
Yes.
Why would I dress up as Starscream?
You've dressed up multiple times throughout
Yes,
the course of like
yes.
the past 2 years.
You want the white hat? Where'd you put? You didn't. You moved the hat.
I remember I had like my car that was broken too. You know my spaceship, with like everything lighting up, and like on the way home, like it just died at some point, and then it managed to start again.
Kev, what's your gaming history prior to Transformers?
So like for card games, like my brother and I did like kitchen table stuff for like Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon, a little bit of Magic in college. I'm more like the miniatures games, so I do like X-Wing, Warhammer. What was the other thing?
Legion.
I've played. I've played a couple games of Legion. Yeah. But yeah, so mostly tabletop, like miniatures stuff is more my wheelhouse. Board games, lots of board games.
Battlestar Galactica.
Axis and Allies, anyone?
So Kevin starts playing. Did you start up with? Was it like a sealed event that we did or no?
Yeah, it was a. That might have. Well,
I
yeah, that was like
remember.
a turbo because that was yeah.
It was me, Kev, Jake, and Kyle. We're the only 4 people there. I think Joe was sick. I forget where you were.
You
Private
would
work.
play play practice.
That's
Kind of
right.
like the Asian football at some point.
Probably.
Yeah, it was just the four of us. I remember that.
And that's where I pulled B.
I remember that
Nice.
vividly too. You just saw the look in Kyle's eyes. It was like.
And they said, "Okay, you're playing cards. This is how you play Hot Wheels. Go." It's like, okay.
And actually, flashback time. Our first game of Turbo that we did on camera, and our first Turbo game ever.
Was it on camera?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that you even like switched the pack over to me.
I probably did.
Oh yes, I remember. That was so cool.
I remember messaging like at that time we had a very like I don't know maybe 50. We had a small like but dedicated group of people who watched our stuff, and a lot of them watched it with their kids. So I open up Nemesis Prime and like Joe's.
Not happy. And Nemesis and Turbo, not happy.
We blew our like one F word PG-13 for the year. But I remember like telling people like make sure if you watch it with your kid like skip the first minute.
Wait till the game starts playing.
So then I think January, like maybe pretty soon after the new year, we got that tease of Windblade, the art for Wave 2. I forget I want to say March, Wave 2 came out, maybe.
It might have been the last week of February, first week of March, so
We
something
don't
around there.
have to play the guessing game.
Yeah, but it's
My
more
goal is to
fun.
make Joe just keep.
But I know where the post is at. I can find it in seconds. Doesn't matter.
So Wave 2 comes out, and for us, I don't think you guys were officially part of it yet. But for us, the coolest...
Wave 2, March 1st, 2019.
Boom. We were able to preview our first card, which was cool. First cards, right?
Did we do the character first or the card first?
We did the first character, and we did
And
ranking.
they gave us the thing afterwards.
Was it that one?
It was Blur.
Blur.
Yeah.
That's why he's on the poster.
Right.
It was
People can't see.
Yeah, what was the battle card? Ooh.
Blur,
Reckless
Reckless
Charge.
Was that Wave 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Walktos? No.
the Sentinel card.
Oh, yeah.
Commands.
Commands.
Yeah.
And at the time,
right.
we were sort of not sure whether or not to do the video because we had no idea what a Sentinel was.
We were messaging Short like, hey, what's a Sentinel? what do you want us to do with this card?
And like we were having heated debates about whether or not to even make the video, to wait for it, or like put it out now.
Make
so
the
people
video
can
later,
speculate.
yeah.
And I remember like we put it out there, and just was that like that may have been like the golden age of Alex Brock doing like memes and gifs and stuff,
Yeah.
because people started like coming up with all kinds of crazy ideas, and I think that's when he did the Donald Glover community gif.
With like the Warriors.
Yeah.
Was that the only card that was spoiled that nobody knew what the hell that was?
I think
Sentinel?
it might have been, yes.
Every other combiner team like
Because
knew
they
what it
weren't
was.
called. Were they called
No.
Sentinels? No. So if you gave someone like Tooth and Claw, like, oh, Predacons. Oh, there's a Predacon on it.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting Predaking. Duh. Like Sentinels. Like
Yeah.
I see Optimus Prime and what, Victorion. Like I guess we're getting Victorion. Wrong.
And then not long after that, Devastator hit, and that was cool too. We got to also do a card for Devastator. Builder's Tools?
Are you asking me or telling me? Are you part of Wreck and Roll?
Am I?
It was,
Jury's still out.
it was Builder's Tools.
So that was cool. And then, so our big event during that time period was, it was done on a Wednesday night. I believe it was your idea, Joe. So
That was
I'll let
always
you-
my idea. I only have the best ideas.
So talk about it like...
I want me to talk,
I
right?
gotta plug in my phone. I didn't realize it's always dead.
Want me to talk about it? All right, how much time you guys got?
Joe asks
get it
you a
done
question
about-
and you give me like a 5-word answer. Now you want to talk?
Could you leave in the room? Combiner only event. Got to pick one of the seven main combiners.
Yeah.
7. There was 2 commons, 2 uncommons, 2 rares, and 3 rares.
I don't think you let them do Dreadwing. I think it had to be...
We wanted the combiner
Yeah.
combiners, not the combiners. Right. So
French,
bring
English?
Devastator, bring
Full
Superion,
team.
bring Aunt Max, bring one of the big guys, and let's have fun. It was a Wednesday night, a Friday night.
Wednesday.
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 2.6 billion people showed up. Did not expect that at all. Amazing.
Was it like the biggest local?
For a Wednesday night,
For
I'm
a
sure.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, for Wednesday.
It was
sure.
insane. For
Yeah, it was like, what, 28 people? 20?
24, 26, 28?
Somewhere between 24
Somewhere
and
between
28,
10
somewhere
and
there.
40. For a Wednesday night, for a specific restriction of you can only play these 7 characters. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, people were pretty excited. I think that was the very first. For me, it was the very first time I saw cards like a fold like this. So that novelty of cards plus like Transformers, I think that's what really attracted a lot of people. Like people went crazy like about like unfolding the cards, and then put the 5 cards.
Just calm down. Just wait till you get the cards in your hand. Relax. Oh my God.
Anybody who plays Marvel Champions, like they're experiencing that pain right now.
Good for them.
That was a
You go have
fire
fun.
last week. But the cool thing about the Combiner Wars event was we had people who showed up.
It was
who were
my
somewhat-
idea.
We had people who showed up who were somewhat local, but we had never seen them before, and some of them we never ever saw again. But like they were people who lived within a half hour and kind of came out to play, and that was cool.
The Freda, is that was the very first time we saw them?
They came out
They
for.
trickle in.
They
trickle
were
in.
the release event actually, or no? I think they were at ATKM at the time.
They were. I remember playing Greg for his first time, I think.
But we also had really good numbers for the Wave 2 release event on that Friday night at our store, and I think we did same thing, like 6 packs.
I don't remember.
It was sealed. I think we had like closer to 30 that night.
Yeah, it was big.
I think we outdrew Magic that night. I think it was a big deal.
Oh
that we
yeah,
outdrew
no,
Magic.
like we were the.
Oh, it's a shame.
And then I think was it before or after Origins that like we officially had you guys we brought you guys in for
Before.
random
After.
videos.
It was before.
It was before.
I think it was like April, wasn't it?
It was after because I remember we had some discussion somewhere with some people that Kyle made top something, but he wasn't in Wreck and Rule, so Wreck and Rule didn't make the top whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
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 would have
was
been
like
after
directly
Origins.
after Origins.
But like you guys were basically part of it anyway because you showed up every week. Like
Right.
Yeah,
you guys were on camera. We did like roundtable discussions and stuff with you guys too. Do you guys have any fond memories specifically of Wave 2 you want to talk about before we get into Origins?
I have, Kevin and I have something to thank you guys. Little token of our appreciation.
What is
That's why my backpack was here. So one of the people don't
You don't
have
know
to have this if they don't want, but as a thank you to you for inviting me and Kevin.
Thank you. I'll do it this way.
And this is why my backpack was with here the entire time.
You guys okay with me getting trashed?
No?
Carefully.
So I had bought these last week and then we canceled, and I was very upset, and there were still some here, thankfully. So these were in the fridge before you got here, and just before you got here, I ran and put them in my backpack.
A toast.
Oh, shit, already drank mine.
To Wreck and Roll and Transformers.
We are not sponsored by Whitetail. Let me walk it back.
Yet.
I was gonna, let me walk it back. We are not yet sponsored by Whitetail. But if we are, we will have Brian read that ad spot every single time.
We will test out all the flavors.
Thank you for our sponsor, White Claw.
We have Jay. Jay Bylaws is a big fan of us drinking White Claw. Jay, we're back officially.
Black cherry's so good.
So what was the question?
What was the question? Wave two
Memories
something.
from Wave 2. What did you enjoy?
Just hunting for all the combiners.
Oh,
Two
double hunting. Triple
Yes.
hunting, triple hunting.
triple hunting?
I think so because you wanted small.
Small to leave them folded,
Yeah.
and then big to have them if I needed to combine them at an event somewhere so I don't have to waste time taking them out, unfolding, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And then one to
The craft project.
make the craft project. I still
Yes.
need one more Omega Supreme piece, by the way.
Wait, do
FYI.
you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Might have one. Which one do you need?
I forget.
Spaceship. I remember that because we had the conversation. It was my first ever competitive win. It was in Rise of the Combiners comic book store, the SDCC pack.
Oh.
That was right before Origins.
I think it was like yes it was because it was.
Everyone else is saying yes, so I will say yes.
I don't know if sideboards were. I think sideboards had been announced, but we didn't use them.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. What team did you run?
Hot Wheels.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Wave 2 version?
Yes, but I tweaked it a little bit. I think I had work overtime in there and something else that I can't remember. I probably still have the deck list, but that was before. Oh yeah, because that was before you guys officially asked me to be in. I remember that.
Then we saw you were a winner.
Yes.
We desperately needed
So wait, so Artie did bad. Kyle came top 4. How the hell did I get it?
We're still waiting for you. Oh, the game's dead. Oh.
So yeah, that was my fondest memory of Wave 2.
So at that time period, we also had organized play was announced, and like with a heavy focus on convention play. So the idea was Origins to Gen Con, and you could get invites to the Invitational through if you top whatever.
32.
So it was top 16, top 16 Gen Con, top 30, or
It was top 16 Origins, top 16 Gen Con until
top
they.
32, top
Gen
32
Con.
Gen Con.
I didn't finish my sentence until they announced. Now it's top 32 Gen Con, and now it's top 32 Origins.
No,
Did they-
Origins
No,
was
I don't
only
think
I
they
thought
were-
they backtracked
Origin was too
Origins.
late. No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
They'd already.
Kyle
already
didn't
passed
qualify.
it.
Kyle was
sure?
top 32. Yeah.
Then they changed from top 16 Gen Con to top 32 Gen Con.
Yeah.
At that time, I wasn't playing Transformers. I was with Carl.
Everybody was
Playing
complaining
Pokemon.
about it.
You also did like a weird like regression back into Magic really hard for a while. Once or
That
twice.
is true, yes.
I think I found a picture of you. I have it saved on my phone. We can look at it afterwards. You at Top Deck in a Magic draft one weekend, looking
Yes.
through cards, and I screenshot. I was like, "This looks weirdly like Frenchy, but I'm not 100% sure." And I never brought it up to anyone.
But
Yes.
we knew. We were tracking your movements.
Oh, that's why I'm still here.
That's why you have to knock when you come in.
And then beyond that, you also like each store that was a WPN store and or like ordered the kit or whatever it was, could hold like an invitational event where the winner got the invite to the EI. So Origins pops up. At first, I wasn't gonna go. Like it was really close. I think
This is one of my favorite stories of all time. Just Brian's progression through the week.
It's like evolving tooth something. Yes.
so. It may have been like the end of school. No, I think there was still time left in school. So for me to do it, I didn't take off Friday. I may have taken off. No, I didn't take off Monday.
Oh my god, how long's the story?
I need a build-up. And like for weeks beforehand, I'm telling myself like, all right, I've got to figure out a deck. I've got to practice it. I've got to get ready.
Practice.
And then like that week, I panicked.
Practice.
I panicked because I felt something weird on my tooth. I thought it was a cavity, and I didn't want to wait. So like the only time I could get a dentist appointment was on our normal Transformers night, so I had to skip it. Ended up not being a cavity.
Thank God.
So I kept on telling myself like, then Thursday like I got to put a deck together. Friday got to put a deck together, and then like Friday comes around like I just didn't have time. So I just threw a bunch of crap like into my duffel bag and I left. I didn't get to. I think the event started Friday.
Who was driving?
Me, because I couldn't go with Kyle. Like Kyle would have had to wait for me, and it wasn't good for him. So we drove separately.
You went there by yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
I finally get to the hotel like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
And the hotel's gone.
The cavity had it.
I think I woke up super early because I was panicked about like the convention line because I'm used to PAX where like the convention line is insane
Packs, yeah.
to get in.
Metal
Like,
detectors.
Ropes around the building and stuff. Origins, like you literally just walk right in there. So I'm there an hour early.
That sounds great. I want to go to that.
It was convenient. Walk right in there. I think I took Rogue Squadron, which is RC Jetfire, Fireflight, Alpha Bravo, because he just burns down OPBL. I think the first day I go 3 and 2.
I don't approve of any of these naming conventions.
I think I go 3 and 2. And then like that night, I'm hanging out with Kyle, Eric from Central Jersey, Kent from Texas. I think Kent's from. Adam, who I think is also from Texas. Forgetting one or two people, blanking out on them. If it's you, I'm sorry. But like,
Thank God.
I remember Adam and I were like practicing that night, and I had done like a weird specialist thing where it was Wheeljack, Prowl, RC, Alpha Bravo, maybe. And like I just kind of figured out, I was trying to go too cute with specialist tricks. Long story short, I take the Rogue Squadron thing, I take the specialist thing, jam it together, and then somehow magically, like that Sunday, and I got like 0 sleep the entire weekend. So how I ended up not making, I did make a billion mistakes on Sunday, but they weren't.
Never got the one day.
Specifically that day. Top 4 was pretty cool, but for me, like the coolest part of that, I was happy once I made whatever tier gets to take home like a preview box of Siege 1. Like after that point,
That was so good.
I didn't care. So it was cool to bring that back. I think we did Turbo or something with it. Maybe
We did
Siege.
Turbo or something, correct.
Yeah.
I can't remember last week. I was trying to remember last year.
But anyway, it was cool to go to that because it was the first time, I think, where a lot of people from all over the country came.
See you, Joe.
All right, bye. Let me know when he's done
If
talking.
you come back in like 2 hours,
Everyone's out.
Joe, 2 hours, you'll be good to go. So like we had like people there from Texas, the guys from Colorado. I don't think Jamie was there, but I think like Wes was there, and then I think Jason was there. A few other guys from Powered by Primus. Like they drove from Colorado, I think straight through the night.
Straight through the mountains.
To get there, so that was cool.
There's a whole lot of nothing between the mountain and Ohio.
Like that was cool to kind of go there. It was also really cool to meet John Shork, who like we spent a lot of time talking to coordinate stuff, but also to talk to Ken Nagel, because Ken had all these really cool like behind the scenes stories about the game. So that was awesome.
You're not on camera.
So
We still talk.
not long after that, Siege 1 came out. I want to say it was around July 4th.
You skipped a good story.
What's the good story?
Well, I guess it's not good enough for you to tell then. Never mind.
Probably not.
Never mind, bro.
Now I want to hear it.
Yeah, you're not punishing. You're not punishing me. You're punishing the people watching.
You don't want to tell them about the hug?
Hug?
Not that
Blank it
hug.
out.
No. When you came back from Origins,
Did you hug me?
he doesn't even remember.
I probably tried to block it out.
Were you proud of him for making top 4 and you hugged him? Oh! This is the most wholesome video in the entire world!
And he blocked it out of his memory.
It felt unnatural. Anybody, you guys know that whenever Joe is being nice to me, it puts me like
On edge.
there's some type of plan going on.
Never
And
doing
when-
that again.
When I have to compliment Joe, it's also
Unbelievable.
very awkward.
He purged it from his memory.
So in your time machine, when you go back.
Unhug him.
Well, no, I wasn't going there, but maybe that. But maybe we get Brian some more sleep that weekend and see
No.
what happens.
No.
And we're talking.
No.
No.
So what
I probably would have made a fatal mistake.
Everything happened for a reason.
Oh, so like
No, nothing.
I
No,
tried
no.
that
He purged it. It's gone.
Brian pull up in
No.
the driveway of
No,
Joe's
that's
house.
not
Joe's open the house like Brian.
Wrong.
Slow motion, piano music playing.
He purged it, folks.
Oh.
So anyway, Siege 1 drops. We have our release event, and same thing. Like we have 25 plus people there. It's awesome. Although it's in July, like it's insanely hot in there. It was actually hot for Wave 2. It was like dead of winter, right? No, November. No, whatever. What was
What are
it?
you saying?
January,
Wave 2 was March.
March. But it was on like a cold day. I remember it was a cold day, but it was super hot in the store.
Maybe they had the heater on.
Oh, because there was a million people.
And there was a lot of
Yeah,
people
it's a
talking.
small space,
I
right?
remember the dude in the duck suit on Friday Night Magic. He had a duck suit on.
Ducks.
I think
I
remember
blocked
that,
out
actually.
that too.
It was me.
I think I wasn't there for the release though.
Oh, I'm skipping something.
We know the
Sometime-
hug.
Oh.
I've already blocked it out again. Sometime after Origins, we sit down, we talk to RJ, Kyle, and Kevin, see if they want in.
Tell him about the birds and the bees.
Still scarred to this day.
We give them the ultimatum. You understand this, right?
I've never seen a bumblebee like that.
So Siege 1 comes out. Any thoughts about Siege 1?
Great artwork. Complete divergent from Wave 1s and 2. Oh man, art was like amazing.
And our
What the-
first time with custom art that was
Yes.
not from the comics.
For
For the battle cards.
when were the mercenaries revealed? Was that Wave 4?
That's week 4.
Oh, yeah. That's a different story for another time.
I remember at that time I was like peeping out, and there was this clarifier that you need to get into packs. I was burned out. I didn't know what deck to build.
We didn't get there yet, right?
Well, we got Battle Masters
Gen Con?
in Siege 1.
We didn't talk about Gen Con yet, right?
Not yet.
That was after Gen Con.
That was after Gen Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like Origins, and like the next day it was like Wave 3.
Rewind, let's go back to Gen Con.
So Siege 1 comes
Oh,
out.
when was Wave 3? Let's find out. Continue.
The store is doing invitational like events. Was that before or after Gen Con?
War for Cybertron Siege 1
After-
Wave 3 launched June 28th, 2019.
Okay.
For PAX.
What was
So
the
you get the
question?
invite, yeah.
That was after.
After Gen Con. Okay.
Gen Con.
What was the question?
Origins was the first.
Gen Con was the second.
Gen Con was the second. Then they opened up store qualifiers.
Well, store
Okay.
qualifiers were happening before, immediately after
during.
Origins.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
It was like store championships, and then Gen Con was in the middle.
I don't remember that. I thought afterwards was the first.
Well, a lot of the local ones were doing it after
Yeah.
Gen Con, but they were available to be done before that.
Because we had to schedule around Gen Con.
Correct.
And that was kind of a pain.
Correct.
So Gen Con.
Everybody stare at Frenchie off camera.
Joe and RJ both go to Gen Con.
Yes.
Yes. What a great time.
It was okay.
No, that was a legitimate, real statement. That was a great time.
It was okay.
What? Whoa.
Ooh.
I let Kevin hear you say that.
I was very stubborn. No, it was great. It was a great time meeting everyone. But I was very stubborn in what I played. So
Stubborn in what you played?
yeah,
Dude, we met celebrities.
we met a ton of really.
We met
cool
celebrity, singular.
Who'd you guys meet?
Capper.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Man, you don't know anything, do you?
I do.
Forgot Capper, forgot the hug. Ridiculous.
Frank, I remember you.
Let's see. What else?
It's not on the note card. He doesn't remember it.
Also, what's up with Joe chiding me on my memory?
If it's the one thing I can remember that you can't, I'm going to do it.
Notice how the one thing Joe remembers is hugging me.
It's important.
People at home, remember
shows
that.
Do you think that Joe at night is like remembering that time where it's like so proud
Nobody's
of
paying attention.
No, but
He's
now I know
playing
it's
the current
first.
game. He's checking the rules.
What are you doing? I'm just like wrong.
he's bored.
Gen Con, right.
just one
Played in,
something in my head.
I'll tell a Gen Con story. Probably everyone knows it. Probably nobody knows it. I don't know. One of them. It's on.
Either everyone or no one. No one.
The
knows
day that I qualified to get in top 32, I was sitting there. I hadn't turned my slip in yet, and I'm like watching the clock. I'm like, man, they really haven't started this thing yet, huh? It was like 5 after start time. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't know why. I wasn't looking at anything. I was like, I did not turn in my slip. Oh my god! I just stood right up. Everyone at Gen Con was dead to me. It was just me and the line to the thing. As I'm walking, I'm taking the slip. My slip's right here, son of a bitch. I like cut off everyone. I am so sorry. I had to do it. I was like, hi, excuse me. I need to be right now. They're like, okay, we got you going. Wait over there. Fine. I'm like, all right. And they got me in.
And they qualified.
And then I qualified.
So you guys heard it. Joe should be retroactively disqualified.
And then I got the store championships and then requalified.
That's true.
Yep.
That was a scary thought. You're sitting there like, man, I didn't turn my slip in. And they should have started 5 minutes ago. Let me...
That Star Championship was the one with that car thing.
With the car thing, yeah. That's late August. That's September. I don't know when that was.
So at Gen Con, I lost Blaster vs. Soundwave, the box that I bought.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I lost, I think, my backpack.
Yeah, and if you're watching and you have that, and you got a free one, you don't know where it came from,
You're welcome.
F you.
I lost
Or return it, please.
my deck. I was playing that day. It was sitting there. No, the deck was still sitting there, but everything else was gone.
Oh, she didn't lose it.
No, yeah.
Wait,
Fake lost it.
you lose the backpack, but the deck was sitting on the table.
Yeah, maybe I didn't lose the backpack then. But I definitely lost Blaster vs. Soundwave.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how did you remedy that?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Spoilers. Yes.
Okay, so after Gen Con,
Oh, I'm sorry, but yes, I did not mean to say Gen Con was only okay. It was great meeting everyone. I'm still a little bit disappointed about how I performed.
That was your first big event too, right?
I played in the first PAX, but
No, is that your
No,
first
no.
big event? Like,
Like going to
Ever?
like some huge convention.
PAX was that the first PAX was my first one.
no,
Oh.
but Gen Con is Gen Con.
Right, yeah, that was
Yeah.
my first like not real convention, but that was my first time leaving the nest, so to speak.
Leaving the local area
Yeah.
for a big event.
Yeah.
And then Siege 1, we actually got to also spoil Lionizer,
Yep.
Rock Toss,
Mm-hmm.
and Combat Knife, or Combat Dagger.
Combat Dagger sounds correct.
Okay, I think that was it.
Kitty.
So I remember
Excuse
about
me.
that video. I wonder how many people have noticed the Starscream that was sitting on the K-Cups.
That was the Lionizer.
That it was always there, like for the three of them.
we said it afterwards. It's like, hey, did you guys notice like who like in the picture? Like I think we had like something up here somewhere. We put something somewhere. We put it in the thing. It was subliminal message.
We had the toy
Yeah.
of Lionizer.
Yeah.
Like we stuck it around like in
I
the
was playing
camera.
with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you catch that? Last year.
We got the Omnibot Blaster and Sound. We've got
Omnibot.
That was cool to play that on stream, like when it was first kind of going out there.
Omnibot.
How about Store Championship season? Do you wanna talk
I
about
want to
that?
rewind back to one of the live streams where Kevin.
Oh.
We were
No,
giving
I don't remember.
We were giving
I
some.
guarantee it.
You remember this? We were giving something away, and it was who did we reveal? And it was Blur, and Kevin was the first one to message us. In
Oh yeah. No. No.
Oh, I know this.
To be fair, I wasn't a part of Wreck and Roll.
he still wants his prize.
Where is it, Joe?
Sorry.
You're having our road hugger.
Sweet.
So then we had like Store Championship season around here, and we basically tried to rope in any store that was on the WPN list into running an event. Some
sounds
cases
accurate.
we succeeded, some cases we did not succeed. You had an invite, I had an invite, and that was it, right?
Right.
Coming out of conventions. So
Yes.
you guys had to fight for them.
Yep.
And so did Kyle. Where did you get yours from?
Carl's store. That's where we met Carl for the first time. I think.
Carl's store.
Yes.
Maryland.
Yes.
Because he was
Greg
on
was-
the
Games and stuff.
Greg was at the beach, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I met Carl and you run that vomit deck orange.
Yeah. Now you can tell the story that you were going to tell.
But basically I was traveling, I was like playing paintball, I was doing everything, I was playing Magic. And
and playing Magic.
I didn't do anything about Transformers, and I was stuck with I don't know what to do, and I just
I think you came over to my house the night before, right?
yes, I took some to Lupe.
Yes.
So I started to like test the deck that Tom had played with doing a
Who is Tom?
Tom?
Who's Tom?
Tom?
Yeah. So he was playing that.
We'll be the next one.
He was playing that old bold orange deck.
Tom was?
Yes. So the
He
only
had Barrage instead of Shrapnel, right?
yes, and that's when I was like, wait, if you put Scrapnel in there, that deck is ridiculous. And sure it was. That's like, yeah, I just went to that. I think no, it's not Critical Game. I don't
Yes.
remember.
Games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, game stuff.
I
And
think he's in Aberdeen.
yeah, and it was just like a breeze. I went through there.
was
I was
a
like,
breeze?
just yeah, I
Yeah, it
just
was.
like the whole having the
many
Peaceful
players were there?
Tyranny.
How many players? I think there was only like 10. There wasn't that many.
Yeah, like the Peaceful Tyranny plus like the wheel turn put
Lionizer,
Lionizer
yeah.
on RC just like
Brutal.
yeah, just kill everything. Like that was
Put Lionizer on RC. Brutal.
like orange. It's like that was a good time. And I play Seth in the final. It was playing.
Oh.
It was playing
Playing Bugs.
Decepticons.
Yeah, I remember because you went into his zone once you got in the finals. You put,
Yeah,
your,
yeah.
you put your hood up, and he didn't talk to anyone. He didn't look up from his cards. He was in a zone.
And when Frenchie plays, this is it. It's just right here at the hand.
Yeah. Yep. and you've never seen anyone focused and know every rule, every interaction. He was in a zone.
You're like, how'd that guy get that guy? What did you do? It's like, it's 3 turns ago.
Yeah, that you never see me playing like this on But yeah,
I was like, what is going on? Who is this person?
in convention and yeah, when I play like in big tournaments, I can be a dick.
Oh yes, you can be competitive.
But yeah, did Seth got his invitation after later on?
I don't think so because he was playing the last chance qualifier.
That's why he doesn't talk to you anymore. Hi, Seth.
But yeah, that was brutal. I just and then that's the deck I just took to PAX because after I won that qualifier, I didn't train either for PAX, and
neither did any of us really.
Me
and Ryan knew we came up against each other. We had about a 50-50 shot at winning. But other than that
was the only practice we had.
yeah.
I wonder how many people took the deck they won at a store qualifier or whatever to the EI. And I wonder how many people changed it up
I
completely.
tweaked mine. I swapped it because I won with Carl's deck, but I swapped out the cards, the Secret Sentinels, and I sideboarded OPBL, and then we'll get there.
At that time, I was so convinced that my deck was way better than Insecticons that when I faced the 2 last player in the rounds or Swiss, they played Insecticons. I got smoked.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got smoked. I was like, yeah. I thought my deck would be better in the sense
Because
that
you get the value out of the Lionizers that the Insecticon deck doesn't.
yeah, like the two, the Scrapnel and Lionizer was either one of the first attacks, and nobody wanted to like waste their attacks on them. Like if you kill any one of them, I was like good going forward. And like what's the card again? That's a heal, 1 for melee.
Wedge formation.
Yeah, that I never thought that it would have been like a good card in those Insecticons, and it's just like amazing.
It's a great card.
Yes, yes. I just got afraid there. That's.
I think I put like 3 of
So-
those in like every deck.
I don't know.
I have no melee characters. Great.
I don't know how many players was bringing their decks they win for the qualifier at PAX, but I saw a lot of new decks at PAX. That was good. Yeah.
So to rewind back though, do you guys remember was CBS or was Showcase first in terms of
CBS first.
CBS, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
So CBS
Because
was
I didn't have my qualification yet.
it was a big day for you.
Yeah, because I was running what Frenchie ran to get his qualification.
So do you want to talk about CBS and Showcase and how that went?
After CBS?
Because didn't you? Was that
Yeah.
after CBS?
Yeah, that was after
Showcase
CBS.
was the CBS. Yes.
My bad. So
Yeah.
CBS happens, and like locally, it was a murderer's row because like probably half of everybody locally already had an invite, but
And I
they were
think-
also showing up because they wanted to play.
And I think we can confidently say that might have been the biggest store qualifier.
Custard.
I wish we would have known more information from the the Singapore players.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wanted to see some of their store numbers because, as far as I'm aware of,
We were in the 30s for that.
CBS
Yes.
was the top
I think other than Gen Con or
store championships.
Right.
right, but just events in general.
Yes.
It made
Then,
it.
then no, yeah, there was the EI, then it was Origins, Gen Con, and then I think it was CBS.
As far
I-
as we know,
As
for
far,
numbers.
I like I said, I wish the Singaporeans or Malaysians, I don't know where they're at specifically. I wish they would have reported their store championships a little more accurately. Like, hey, we just had a store championship here. 40 players, 50 players, something.
And I want to walk that back to maybe the UK Open might have been bigger.
I mean, been roughly about the same.
Wait, yeah, because they have the European Invitational too, right?
Yes,
That's
but,
what I mean. Yeah, where
but
that
like
came
people
from.
France was actually traveling to Great Britain to actually get that qualifier too.
Were they?
Don't remember those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah.
they used my what was it, Ion
Yes.
Storm and Trigger
Yeah.
Happy deck in that.
Yes, that's the one that win back
No,
then.
I don't think they
No.
won.
No, Ben won with Blaster. Ben Saunders.
Okay,
But it was close though. Whoever was doing the
Yeah.
store.
yeah.
They might have
So-
top 4, yeah.
You run your deck at actually CBS.
Yeah,
Yes, and you did pretty good. You went to like top 8.
top 4.
Let's talk about that first. So, what was your deck, Kev?
So I had a Trigger Happy, Ion Storm, and then I was running main board was Flame War, and I had a skydive in the sideboard.
So
Time
Was
out.
it in Wreck and Roll at that time, or
Yeah,
it was after?
yeah, I was in Red
So, again, like our local area, Murderers Row, are just like insane competitors to get through, especially that day specifically. So, talk about how did people react when they saw you were playing?
You came over my house that night before too. I thought.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
no,
yes.
right. Yeah, I came over your
Oh.
house. That was what, the day or 2 days
You,
before.
you still came over.
right.
There
You
was-
were
there
already
was
Twice,
talk,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was and it was
Oh,
like
God.
it had more of like a blue focus with like grabbing the grenade launcher, and it wasn't doing enough damage to.
I remember that night wasn't very good for you.
No,
No,
I
we
was
just-
losing to like
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
That's when I
Um,
convinced you to play my deck,
Yes.
and then just got demolished.
So I added in like the improvised shields to add a little bit of a punch because Ion Storm's a pretty big beefy character anyways. So having flipping the double oranges just really takes that over the top, especially with like a grenade launcher on him.
Mm.
So that was decent and that helped a lot, I think.
Your deck
and
was-
I got lucky. I got lucky a couple times.
And
There.
also, you wanted to play your cards, your deck. Like
Right.
you didn't want us to lend you cards.
No,
Meaning
I
that,
just
for
what I had.
example, if I remember well, Plasma Burst, you only had one.
Marksmanship.
Marksmanship.
One
Only one,
marksmanship
yes.
there. Yeah.
So your deck wasn't even
Optimized. Yeah.
and you top 4 with it. That was crazy.
What was it that knocked you out?
Shockwave,
Okay.
Skydive,
It was a
Flame War?
second shot.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, he had a.
It was the guy I played.
Right, yeah. And then I think he had RC in the sideboard.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds right.
Was it Swoop? No.
Oh,
was
swoop!
in there.
You're
Swoop
right.
was in
Swoop.
there.
Shockwave, swoop, skydive.
Right.
That sounds accurate. Like I said, I can't remember. And now I have a drink.
That was
Fool!
that was still a close game too, right?
Yeah. Like I won game 1 and then lost 2 and 3.
So, and we've probably talked about this before. The one thing that I don't know why you did it, and you probably told me, is you won game 1 and you sideboarded out characters
Yeah,
first. I think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, winners chooses to sideboard out, and I was thinking for that matchup, I wanted to be flipping trigger happy faster, so I swapped out Flame War for Skydive because
You don't have to flip. Yeah.
so
And Flame War could have been a better choice for you because you want to last longer in the game, I think.
right. I think that and also Flame War is a little bit more of a target. Like they don't want to go into Skydive,
Right. Yeah.
So unless you can afford it's not like Fireflight where it's the brave they have to go there. So I think Flame War is a little bit juicier target of kill Flame War before she can get the tough out for everybody and then
That was a long game too. So, was it the very first big competition that we had in the area with the sideboard?
No,
No.
it'd been there for a while.
No, because you could sideboard in general. Oh, I see what you mean.
Origins, you could sideboard too.
But he means in the air. Like we
big
usually
event.
we don't sideboard usually.
We don't play a sideboard weekly.
Yeah. So we
Yes,
got
that's your
to
answer.
play the sideboard. We got that means that we played the best of 3, and that was 8 rounds of Swiss and to top 4, right? That,
Might have been 5 or 6 rounds. I'm not
I think it
might
was
have been
6 because me and Carl went 5 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about 8. That's
Because we
too high.
both
Drew it.
dropped drew, intentional drew at the end.
okay. That was the very first time you get into a competition that size of, or did you compete? Did you?
For a card game.
Definitely for Transformers. Like I did some stuff at Nova and other stuff with X-Wing, but
Yeah.
Mm.
You never played a Destiny Sword Championship, did you?
He said he doesn't play Destiny.
I don't play Destiny.
Didn't we give him a deck like, Kev, play this game?
Yeah.
We literally had this conversation
Yes.
an hour ago.
It was a long time ago.
You remember a hug, but you can't remember an hour
A
ago.
hug with
You guys
me.
haven't seen me
Or Brian's face is like,
It's worse
Just
than
hugging me.
shuffling for me. It's worse than shuffling. The dice just go everywhere. It's a mess.
And I think at that point we were really not let down, but we were hurt that you didn't quite make it because we were trying to get you that invite. I think Kyle
Yes.
already had one by then.
Kyle
He
had
did.
it.
Yeah, he went up in North Jersey.
But Joe won
Yeah.
So Joe had an interesting deck that day. What were you
You
running?
knocked me out of like top 8 at that one.
Cars.
What kind of cars?
Orange.
Anticipation.
Anticipation engine cars.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the idea for that from, Joe?
There is a person at our store.
Watch your tone here.
His name is
He
Jacob.
owns your house.
He owns his house. By the name of Jacob, who was playing against me. He had Super B with Ultra Magnus armor and some other character. Something was wrong.
Hey.
And he plays Anticipation Engine. I'm like, what's he doing with this? And he does something, and he plays the card. Flip start your engines. So now I have a Super B coming at me solo with the Magnus armor, and now he's untapped again. I'm like, oh boy! So he's a 7.
Is that how he sounded when he hugged you?
No.
His voice did go a few octaves up.
You say you don't know. So you got this Super B, who's a 7-3 base, and then he's a 9-5 with the Magnus armor, and he attacks for 9-5, and now he's untapped, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, this deck could be so much better. Like, everything you're doing is wrong. The only correct card in that deck was Anticipation Engine. I'm sorry, I swear to God. It was just the AE. That's the only thing that clicked. I was like, you need a new deck, team, characters, and a sideboard, and you're good. I just kept his Anticipation Engine, and I rebuilt the whole thing from scratch. I'm like, this is how you do it. And that's where that came from.
So
Jacob.
that's what I should be running Anticipation Engine in my sports car patrol.
And then I'll think of something. But once he clicked with there, I was like, right, he's running the wrong upgrades, he's running the wrong B, he's running the wrong characters.
You should be playing the Rescue Patrol.
I don't know why. I just tunnel vision on the AE, and everything else around it was wrong. And I was like, what can I do with this card? Rebuild from scratch, and that's where I went with that.
You got like some crazy win, I think, right?
He got some crazy wins?
You got some crazy win during that tournament.
I got some crazy wins.
So it turns out you weren't supposed to be playing law on attack the way you were playing law on attack.
Correct. So some of the wins were wrong. Just not the last match. The last match was recorded on all games, and I rewatched them all, and they were all good. So at least the last round was good. So also all out attack was the linchpin, I guess, in that to completely bury the people, where you would just attack and then send all 3 of your characters at them, hopefully knocking out 2 of them. When they swing back, you get to go first again. If you have another AOA again, you get to just bury them again.
Yep.
So you just need the AE and the data pad to ensure annihilation. And the draw into the card. And then I tried that at the EI, and that didn't work out so well.
So I don't think much happens. Like, we were all busy leading up to the EI, but Siege 2 does come out roughly a month before.
A month before, Brian, huh?
About that.
Let's check.
Right?
I don't want to. I think it's
Yeah.
like 2 weeks before.
Nah.
War for Cybertron Siege 2 launched November 8th, 2019. It's a month before. Quite literally 1 month.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think... So, John Shork, something like... Apparently he was a contractor, like his
We missed
contract
you.
was running up.
If you're watching this, he's not watching this.
I think it was like his love letter to
John.
us.
Put a comment down below if you're watching us. We miss you.
He turned it off about.
Yeah.
So where are we at?
He
all
actually
the
saw
time?
he saw the notification for the
94
video.
minutes.
Whatever. Oh, those guys. So he threw at us that preview cycle. We had head-on collision, 4-wheel drive, multi-missile pod, immersed in shadow, turbo board, and spinister. Like, we basically had like one entire week
Holy crap.
of like insane reviews. And during that time period, I want to say that like we were all super busy.
It's a rough time. It's Thanksgiving. It's the holidays.
I think a lot of it was we had to do articles. So like for
No,
Yeah.
we didn't have. We didn't have to do articles. We chose to do articles. We chose to veer off from the videos.
and by we, I had to write. Now, luckily, I did have people contributing, but like it was basically me every weekend. Like,
I am not an article person, so if you see me write an article, wow.
so that was cool to review all those cards.
I don't remember all those cards.
Siege,
Same again. Immersion Shadow, 4-wheel drive, yeah, and head-on collision. We had head-on collision.
multi-missile pod.
Yeah.
Multiple
I only remember multi-missile pod and head-on collision
I
and
remember
Spinster.
So the Monday we just
Turbo.
put out like the
Yeah,
3
turbo.
random
Right,
cards.
turbo.
It was immersed in shadow, 4-wheel drive, head-on collision.
I'll take your word for it.
Then I think that we did turbo board, then missile pod as a hint towards Spinister, then Spinister. I
Yes.
think.
I do
And-
not at all remember Immersed in Shadows. Like that
Yeah,
one.
I
was
really
just-
don't remember that either.
I remember that being one of the worst.
I
I
remember
remember
because I had to write a few paragraphs. Although what David Burgers used it to good effect.
He did at
right?
the PPG
V
Florida
W.
event?
Oh, we're done.
Florida.
So yeah. I'm sure he did not read the article.
If he did, he just would have tossed it right out.
I remember that we had a lot of conversation about the Mr. Metaphor.
Oh, we were like
We still do.
that morning. Like I think some of us got cold feet, so like we really quick. Yes, this happened. We emailed.
Ken?
Yes. No.
We emailed Shork, and Shork was like,
Yes.
Email Ken." We emailed Ken, and I think we got the answer to it like maybe an hour before
Yes.
the article dropped.
Because like I looked closer at the card. I was like, that should read like this. Like you keep adding, and I was saying that it's 9, not 6.
We didn't know if it was cargo trailer or if it was focus fire.
Right,
Ended up being focus fire.
right.
Yeah. Because like
Fine and good.
Yeah.
because before that we thought it was doing only 1 damage for each of them. So like you played 3, and then it was just you fire all the 3, and that was like 3 damage to everyone.
No,
No.
we knew it was more than that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to
We
say,
just
like,
didn't know it was 6 or 9.
and then maybe
Is it?
that's yeah.
Oh, okay.
So between release, like we had our release event, and I think it was maybe slightly smaller, like maybe only 24 compared to closer to 30, but still good numbers.
It's tough during that time of year as well.
It's true.
I think we did a disservice to the store champion by not mentioning every release night who won.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like a huge disservice.
True, except for the very last one, right?
Oh my god.
Very last one, I think, was Greg.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could. Yeah. That's on you guys.
He's your son, RJ.
So Jake, forever in our hearts is the store champion. Congratulations. Jake won on every single release night. We here do not recognize Greg as the winner on the last release night. Sorry, Greg.
RJ, if you're gonna go for a heel turn, you can't apologize. You gotta commit to it.
You guys might be wondering why I'm wearing a tie. We're going for a heel turn eventually. But yes, Jake, congratulations. You are a
He was.
wizard at sealed somehow?
Yes.
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer, yeah.
He pulled SRTs like crazy on
He has
like
pulled 3
Every
Nemesis
time.
Primes.
He said so. Yeah, like wave 4 sealed. He sits down at my table like no.
He can't pull one again, can he? He pulls General Megatron, I think.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
pulled, no Lordbag.
Yeah,
Lord
Lordbag.
Megatron. I was like, really?
So I just wanted to get that out there. We did Jake a huge disservice.
it's fair. Invitational, anything to say? Invitational.
Sad.
Great to meet a lot of.
Oh, right there.
Wait, what is that?
A lot of the other players.
Let's start with Kevin's part first before we start like moaning and groaning.
Okay.
Kev, if you could say it one more time because Joe was not.
I mean,
listening
it
to
was great to meet a whole lot of people that like knew us from the videos.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
I think that was. I mean, did you guys feel weird? Like people just comment?
Oh,
Yes.
that was the weirdest moment of my life, but in a good way.
Yes.
We
We know you. We're watching you before going to sleep.
Right. Well, no, I say that about you guys. I watch you guys in bed. No, I'm not kidding. But like I started last week going back through old videos, and as I'm falling asleep, I watch you guys.
I was like, man, this
out like that.
this video is great. Brian's talking.
But yeah, to your point, like, you know, I just look at us as we're just regular people, and for all these people to come up.
Well, we're regular people. I don't know about Brian. We don't know.
There's something wrong with you.
Brian's a diva.
Wow.
Kevin, come out swinging.
You know.
The scariest part about the EI for me was putting my signature on things that I felt were
Oh yeah.
expensive and important, and people didn't see it the way I did. So some people wanted us to sign their cards, and some people wanted us to sign their play mats.
I think it was Jason. Pretty sure it was Jason.
Yeah, but to me that's scary because to me you spend $50 on that, and you want my signature on it? Are you sure? Like,
It sells for like triple that. Right? Our signed version
Might bring it
sells
down.
for 1/3
so me signing something that someone paid like a decent amount of money for is scary to me. So but that's what they wanted. So okay,
I remember double asking.
are you sure? Like I'm very scared to do this.
But it was weird and cool at the same time.
Like if it was a common, yeah, I'll sign an impact or whatever.
Right.
But the $50 mat. But you're welcome. Thank you, and you're welcome. Just scared.
And like overall, because you guys, I think, had that at Gen Con, right? A little bit.
No, a little bit, not
Not
because there was nothing at Gen Con that was expensive to buy. That
Well, I mean, just people coming up to you.
Yeah.
yes,
That was
yes.
my first experience with it, but PAX was just so much more overwhelming because there was so many more.
More people
Right.
from different areas.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Jimmy for the first time. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And then he come to me and said, "Bonjour, mon ami." I just took his place.
Now that is a hug that you remember. People at home.
Jimmy! Yeah, that was so cool. I remember I was like taking pictures left and right. You took all the pictures.
Like, that makes me wish we had brought like, a mat with us
Yeah.
We should have, yeah.
and like brought this contraption. It's like just too much at that time.
And like meeting, like Jason had to sign his play map.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Jason.
Yeah, Jason
And then,
Osborne.
Yes.
Like we got to meet Darren, and Darren's kind of like been backing us up since day one.
Wait. Like we won 1 week. We won one Wednesday before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You go for it.
Remember?
You
Yeah.
started.
Well, you
started. This is
Really?
this is your timeout. You get it.
Was I there? I don't remember if I was.
I think you
I
were.
think I was. Yes. People from Australia.
Yeah.
With
Peter,
Peter and
Peter
Brennan.
And Brennan, yeah.
Mm.
Like
Nonsense family.
they took an Uber from Philly into our area on like rainy night because it rains every
He told me
Wednesday.
it was like an hour.
Every
He told me it was like an
Wednesday.
hour and a half ride. If I would have known it was an hour and a half to get to Philly, I'd have come get them. And
Yeah.
like, dude, that's too much.
It was rush hour traffic.
An hour and a half?
Yeah. From Center City.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That was crazy. And he won.
He did. He ended up 4-0, 5-0. Brennan?
I don't. I don't remember. Like was I already there?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I remember you there.
Well, I didn't win. Did you win?
You took a photo.
You-
So yes,
you-
you were there.
I was close, but I didn't win.
Yeah. So yeah, he won the, and then he wanted to have like the whole pictures of us, like rock and roll plus them,
At home, he's like,
Like
I kicked
all our
all their
local players
asses.
too.
and I think yeah.
Better than that.
Not wrong now.
Fair.
Did he play against each other too? Like just
He
because
played me and he beat me, I'm pretty sure.
I think I beat Peter. I was doing something dumb with combiners. It was just dumb luck. I beat his Metroplex, I think. No, I was doing Galaxy Out.
Yeah, I think because it was the Wednesday before, so
Were
we were all
you really?
practicing.
Yeah.
We were practicing the Wednesday before. You were too,
I
probably.
didn't play Galaxy Op.
Yeah, you did. You
I
played
think,
all
yeah, Galaxy Op, RC, Firefly.
Ew.
It was more of like a balance. Because I didn't know everybody was going to be bringing Galaxy Out.
because we didn't practice.
That's also true. Like we did no preparation, no studying.
There's a meta for this.
To be fair, you don't need to have practiced well or at all with the deck to do well at the EI. FYI.
So, beyond that, it was cool to meet Eli. Like, Eli systematically assassinated
All of
as
us.
many Wreck and Roll members as he could
He was
find.
like, you! Sit!
I still haven't played against Eli.
Let's pretend he beat you anyway. It's fine.
I was running.
He will beat you.
Yes, he grabbed me like as soon as I finished, and I was in the worst mood.
He was like, can I kick your ass now? I'm like, yeah, okay.
And you just looked at him, he's just kind of like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I was like, why did I ever agree to this? like I just got humiliated all night, and then he demolished me.
Teenager. Teenager. Not little kid, but
Right.
teenager.
Well,
but like he kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Kicked my ass. Did he play Kyle?
I don't remember.
Possibly.
Let's just say yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle's not here, can't defend himself.
Didn't play you two guys, right?
Right, no, because I only played Friday, so I was trying
They beat you too. All out.
The other cool thing, and I wasn't there for this, but like you guys also got to spend a lot of time with like the Colorado crew, Jamie, Powered by Primus, and Wes, and all those guys, and also Evangelists, right? Who
Sunday was by far the best day.
I'm
We're
like
just playing with all the patrons that came up to us
Yeah.
Yes.
in that little X-Wing area. Oh my god.
We got blamed too.
Yeah.
Chris, Yeah, Chris, his friend, what was his name? Was his friend John Elward?
Yep.
Scott Chrisman, John John P.
Padillo.
Yes,
Padillo.
John P.
Owen. That's Traxodon Kid's older brother.
Yes, played him. You played him. I didn't play him. Did
I played him, yeah.
So having them all come over and play games with us, finally being able to connect, was good.
Let him have that.
Was good. Yeah, guys can have that.
Have my own.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And then any other thoughts about the EI?
And playing.
How many?
We say playing?
Yeah.
How many people were there?
I wish I would have.
In the event, 154.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
How
think
many
that number-
people was the year before?
22
Yeah.
tops on Sunday.
That was insane. People from all over the world
Oh
coming
yeah.
up to
Once you say, "Hey, want to win cash?" It's like, "Oh, there's a Transformers game. I'll play that."
That was crazy. Like it took like a lot of space only for us to like play Transformers.
I wish I wouldn't have dropped. Is my only regret.
Not mine.
I remember it was like a lot of contention too about the draft.
Yeah, the first packs of 2018 was one table. That's all we got.
Yes.
Best of one.
Best of one table. Get out of here. We did this for Magic.
No draft, sealed. People were like not happy with seal 2 doing this stuff.
That hurt me a little.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it hurt a lot of people.
Before that, I was like defending sealed, saying that it was possible to like do good, but after I experienced it, I was like, yeah. It was so random.
I understand they were looking for a champion. They wanted to see if you could do X and Y and Z.
Yeah.
There was at least 2 cases, Blaine and Owen, who I played against, where they were 6-0 in constructed and 0-3 in sealed.
Was Owen the guy who was doing Impactor in the off-road patrol?
That's just
He hit
crazy.
mine.
And they
Yeah.
they were knocked out of top 8 just because of that.
Yes, just because of
That's
that.
insane to me.
Yes.
They did all that work for their decks. They did all that practicing, and here, random. Here, roll a die. Are you in or out?
I know there was a couple people, at least one person, that didn't come to PAX because of that reason.
I wouldn't doubt it. If you're traveling from like UK or West Coast or somewhere far, traveling from Philly, I get it. Go and do it.
Right.
But you have to spend a plane ticket and a hotel. I'm not risking that. Not doing it.
I remember stories about Blake Bublitz, and like people see him actually practicing the Daring Escape deck in a bar by himself, and on the table, like all those like little
Little
flippy
card,
cards.
yeah.
Yes. Like
He was like
Next
posting
cards.
in the group too, like saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, if anybody's around, like I'm here. Come play me."
yeah, we got him onto the camera, and
He came to us. I realized I should have came to him.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
wrote
yeah.
some articles for us too, which is cool.
yes,
We actually had a couple articles after EI. For
Yes.
people
yes.
who- So if you want to post an article, we'll produce it for you.
Now's the time.
Make your name in Transformers. Too soon.
Yeah, it was really really good. Like I really had a good time there.
There's
Retroactive.
more left in the fridge.
We had one more card from Siege 2, Heroic Resolve. We had that one too.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you play it all the time.
Oh yeah, what was
I
ours?
don't remember that.
Yep. So from EI, I don't think like locally we played a lot. Of course, like we every Wednesday we kept the same
Did we,
numbers.
Bri? I don't know that.
Every Wednesday.
I know.
I dropped at that.
There's
time.
also videos they can go check.
Do we have a YouTube page?
Instagram.
We're Twitters.
So for Wave 5, of course, we had that long gap. We
Still have 4 cards in his hand. Did we not get through anything?
it's so I can come up with more ideas.
I thought we had all these cards to still get through. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, but nothing's moving out of his hand, and I'm still waiting.
So Wave 5, battle
We got a
cards.
lot of content to cover.
Battle cards. We had Scout Armor, which, but it was
I play it.
record.
I play it.
Record. What was the other battle card we had? Before we get to the character.
I like these fun quizzes we have where we can't remember our own cards.
It's also so I can tell like who read the article that I spent 4
Now-
days writing.
Now it's exciting because I want to try to guess it first before you guys.
Right.
And I can't guess it because I had a
Shit.
drink. We had another battle card. Oh man, what was it? Wave 5.
Was it orange, black, or blue, black?
Or maybe been green black, or could have been green, or maybe blue orange.
Presumably it was an action, right? Probably an upgrade in an action.
I can't remember.
Precision Strike.
I
No.
don't even think that's the name of a card.
It is.
Scout
Wait, is it?
armor. We had the Robuster strategy.
Yeah, but that doesn't really.
I feel like there's one more. Could be wrong. Maybe. But But anyway, like RJ, I guess will fact check us here.
I guess we could just go look up. I can't.
I'm looking at the app. I'm not even looking at our website.
So Joe, you took lead on the preview for Wave 5.
I took the lead on Scout Armor. Yes.
No. you wrote a script.
I had that script. Where did that go?
You got a green screen.
I got a green screen.
You-
We got a green screen.
I forget what else you did, but like you basically called us in one by one to film
Yes.
because we couldn't.
I was trying to fire
That
you.
was a very
I wanted to
tough.
have a conversation with you.
It was a difficult time to
It
get
was
everybody
a
in at one
difficult
time.
time.
Just everybody was super busy,
Yes.
Right.
so you couldn't get everybody there one day. To
If you
film
search
stuff.
Wreck and Roll on Google, we are the first one up.
I can't even look in the spoiler video section because we didn't do a video on
I'm
it.
on it. Don't worry.
Our battle card. We did Scout Armor and something else. It's going to bother me,
I have to
dude.
like look into the articles then.
Jesus God. It's bothering me, bro. I can't remember our own card.
To be fair, I spent time writing it. I don't remember.
It must not be a card that's played. Watch it be like the most played card.
Gaming crash.
I think that was it. It was
No.
Look at this card.
because I'm looking
It
at our
might be
article.
right. We went from like 7 cards to 3 cards.
They did a lot more content
Maybe it was just the
creators
strategy,
in
yeah.
Titan Master's Attack. Because I'm going through our articles. It's Roadbuster and a stratagem, and then the next one is Scout
I've seen a
Armor.
lot of,
Maybe we didn't even
Watsy,
do an
Watsy,
article
Watsy,
for
Watsy,
Scout
Watsy.
Armor.
I already
We-
looked at for videos.
We
so-
didn't. We did.
So-
We did weekly reactions, and we
Okay.
put it at the end
Okay.
on our Instagram. We have an Instagram, very new. Just search Wreck and Roll TFTCG. We are now posting weird stuff on
What's
there.
that?
You mean
Just
Star
Scout
Trek
Armor.
Ascendancy?
Star Trek Ascendancy. That's correct.
It might just have been Scout Armor.
Just Scout Armor. According to Computron's lab.
Did we do belligerents?
Oh no, that's our British
That was on
counterparts.
that.
Wrong.
Yeah.
So Brian has all the information in front of him, so we don't know what's coming up
Right.
next. So as he walks away,
People at home, I have to go somewhat soon, so I'm actually ordering food to pick up on the way home for my wife, as I'm talking to you. But anyway, any thoughts on Wave 5? Like, I think it's super sad that we've not been able to play it at our local store. Like, that sucks.
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
I think it's the most fun I've had since Wave 1. Thematically, I love Wave 5.
I love the
mechanics
headmaster
is
mechanic.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, which is like for people that plays Magic, it's very similar to God damn it.
It's similar to Go Down. Okay.
What's the stuff again where like that set where of Magic you guys don't know, probably don't know, but they combine the creature cards. So that what I thought it was like funny that you got that in Magic, but also in Transformers where you get like the head plus the body part.
They did that in one of the not unglued, not unhinged. It's
The very first one.
no unglued, unhinged. Oh, unstapled? No.
Underwear?
No, remember you talking about the big black monster?
No.
Okay,
No.
but
Alright.
in any case, that was funny that both the games came up with the same kind of the same mechanics at the same time.
I was very unimpressed with it at the beginning, honestly. The entire mechanic, I wasn't a big fan of it, and just playing a ton of it, it's been a lot of fun.
That's a
cool
lot
cards.
of power.
Yeah.
Coming from like just having the possibility of flipping the head for the next attack was, yeah. I remember the first time playing with it. It was really weird to, yeah, I kill your bot. Wait, you
You're
haven't
not,
turned
right,
yet?
you're not dead yet. Yeah. It took a little while to get used to, but now it's almost second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the only card we got. Scout Armor.
And
Oh,
Roadbuster.
yeah.
Well,
The
battle
screen.
card.
Yeah.
What character was it?
What?
Like the whole thing that you put it up for that reveal.
We got a Roadbuster. I'm still waiting to get one more. I have to take away from your supply. I know you need one. I'm gonna take Kyle's.
I got it right here. Right here. That card right there.
We did Roadbuster and we wanted to push the envelope. One reveals. Everyone's
one.
done videos.
Joe, you
Everyone's
want to
done.
open this one? It's in this one.
I don't think it's going to do that.
I'm gonna toot our own horn here and say now,
No.
officially,
Officially?
without any doubt, we will
No doubts.
always have the best reveal.
I could say that. I will say that. RJ said it, so it doesn't matter if I said it.
I said it.
Yeah.
It's part of my heel turn. Come at me, bro.
Wow. So yeah, it was article, it was video, and then let's try to spruce this video up. How can we do that? Let's make it exciting. some Cybertron News Network stuff.
Yeah, that was
Joe
That's so cool.
moonlights as a movie writer.
That was my.
I think maybe that's why Watsy ended the game. They
What?
that reveal.
What happened?
Just end it on a high. Done. That's it.
As
We
a
reached
Hasbro
the
CEO, he's like, "Yo, I'm watching this video right now. Kill
What
me.
are you?
Turn it off."
What are you letting them do with our cards? Stop it now.
Oh god.
How did you guys feel doing that?
Doing what? The
I kept looking at the camera. Apparently.
Well, that was correct. Look at the camera, not look at me.
Oh, right.
Me
No,
off
wait.
camera.
I kept looking at you guys. Yeah.
no, that was fun.
Maybe if you
I liked
attach
it.
the script like
One
what
for
they did-
fun, one for I messed up. If it's not,
I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed it. It was
I
good.
liked it a lot.
you
I
Had
think.
fun.
want a
I
hug, Bri?
No, I'm good.
I hated this thing at the very beginning.
Why?
Oh yeah, like you felt like not comfortable in front of camera
Yeah.
at the very beginning.
Oh, I think at the beginning of the script was like,
No,
no, like just playing like.
or just like, I hate being on camera. Like, guess what? Here's the camera. You need to
Camera, all the cameras.
Everybody is watching you.
Here's 4 cameras.
Hey, can anyone come over this weekend? Like I guess I can be there, Joe.
My neighbors are watching it now.
I didn't know that you were like stressed before like coming into the store. That's I'm happy you get in.
I don't think I had a choice to leave, honestly.
Get in the store now. Don't come home without a Grimlock. Who is this?
Yeah, I don't know if I think I might have mentioned that story once or twice. I just don't do well in new situations.
Wreck and roll.
Yeah, this channel has given me a lot. I think I got my job because of this. Like I'm a lot more confident in speaking now because of the camera. Like weirdly enough,
wow.
like I had an interview and I'm awful in interviews.
And you're like, hey.
yeah, honestly, like I'm a lot more confident in speaking now. Like
So,
if I can make an ass of myself in front of however many subscribers we have, like 2,500, 2,100.
7, 6.
5, they're dropping.
Like I can do fairly well in a job interview. Like
Subscribe.
Yeah, talking in front of camera.
yeah. And like people keep coming back and watching us for whatever reason.
They're also drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to sleep.
That's why I watch it.
How do I get to bed? Quickly. Where's that Wreck and Roll channel?
And I've went from not watching any of my own videos because it's weird to I pretty
Does
much.
Candace watch any?
I don't think so.
She's like, no, fuck these people.
I don't think so. Like if
Lauren?
I give.
She used to, before she lived with me, to hear my voice.
I'm gonna see enough of you.
And now she hears my voice all the time.
What about the kiddo?
Same thing.
That's so fun.
Moderator, where are we at?
So I have to bounce. There are 2 more questions if you guys want to handle them on your own.
Folks,
Now it's in our hands.
As usual, Brian is leaving us.
Yeah. Also, P.S. Just so you guys know, I might be very sparse the next month or
Next
maybe
6 months?
more.
You might be dead in the next month.
Yes.
Hey.
So for one,
Or 2 months. 2
we
months.
put in an offer on a house and it's accepted.
Oh,
Inspection
that,
went
I meant
well.
the COVID.
Well, no, hold on. Good.
Yeah.
And then
Fill out your will.
I have a teacher going back to work, and as of now, going back to work 5 days a week. And once that happens, and once I'm seeing over 100 people per day in close proximity, I will not be exposing. Well, I might expose Joe, but the rest of them.
Joe is stuck.
Then I'll hug you, Joe.
Do you want to, before you leave, briefly touch on where we're going, what we're doing, maybe?
I'll let you guys have it.
Futures.
Ooh.
Don't say too much.
Joe,
About certain things. Don't say.
Joe, this is your
Brian
time.
doesn't get a say in it.
See you guys.
What we do is what we have now.
You have to make the right decision now. Otherwise, in 2 years from now, you're going to be like, "What did I do?"
How did you get all this on one page? This just says Rise of the Combiners.
What?
So you're done with that. I'm done with
See you,
Siege 1.
Kev.
Siege 2, up to too much assets. Head on, Roadbuster Scout Armor.
Bye, Mario.
These notes are great.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was one of his questions.
Yeah. Hey! Oh shit. That was Letterman. All right, so
Supposed to hit the camera. No.
Brian has here why it ended. I'm gonna assume he says why is the Transformers card game ending.
COVID-19.
I think that's been probably the biggest issue.
I have a lot of thoughts. They're
6 words or less.
They're unsubstantiated.
That's 2 words.
To be determined.
No, they are. They are. You get one more word.
To be determined.
TBD. TBD. Get one word.
They are unsubstantiated. To be determined.
Words. You have words. So COVID kills it. COVID kills it.
I think that's probably one of the big factors in it.
Incredibly big factors. Yes.
I actually don't know. Like, is that like, did they pull the plug? Did they decide to pull the plug before releasing Wave 5, or did they pull the plug and there's actually Wave 6 in the oven?
If we are to believe them from prior waves, they probably would have had more waves thought out by now. If, to your point, it was an abrupt end of the game. If they already knew that it was ending when it ended, no, they probably don't have anything else created. But if it came down from Hasbro, like, hey guys, this is it, then yeah, they probably still have some stuff.
Is it like maybe a Destiny situation where they, like Destiny announced like 2 months ahead of time, we're going to end on this wave, and then like I know they had to wait for that wave to even come out.
But they said they're still releasing the last set anyway.
Right.
FHE had like some pretty bad delivery with the game of Destiny. Like
They just could never get their
weren't they losing the license?
Pulse.
The Star Wars license?
there was like some talk about that
Well, they
too.
had to pay
but,
for it.
Destiny after Spirit of Rebellion, so like there was Wave 2.
Yeah.
We had 6 months waiting for the Wave 3 to come out.
They were just like bad at everything.
Yeah.
Not stalling, just constant delays. Like they couldn't.
I mean,
Like WotC was like on the ball.
yeah, it's not only cards. It was also dice. So I can understand the logistic and everything.
I get that as well. Then don't give us the release date of X. Make it Y.
Yeah.
Give yourself a buffer.
Yes.
Like
possibly.
why are you cutting yourself off at the kneecaps?
So the one reason why I think it might be related to COVID, which I didn't realize before, is Hasbro is responsible for a lot of action figures. Like I didn't realize they did all the Marvel stuff, and there's no movies, there's no reason to buy these figures and whatever. So if that's hurting,
Right.
what's the first to go?
Right. Whatever's the least profitable, apparently.
Right.
Because they still have the mobile game Earth War still going,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the new game coming out. I don't even know.
Avengers
No, Transformers game.
game.
Wait, there's another game?
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's why I don't.
Like the real time, not the real time strategy. I know what you're.
Whatever it is,
talking
like
about.
that should have went 1st.
Mhm.
Like maybe it's already done and just launch it out the door, whatever.
I mean, it's low effort too. Like once you finish a game, just like done with it. Just like
Get it out and you're done with it.
Yes.
But it still was weird timing because they're releasing they've released the Netflix series.
I gotta watch that still.
All right, no spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Right, so Siege 1 came out last year, but Siege came out this year.
Mhm.
Like, what was that? Like, why didn't Siege come out last year? Like, coincide with the card game. I don't-
The cartoon you're talking
Yeah.
about. Why didn't it come out later? Right.
Yeah, I don't get that. So,
Well, I mean, right? No, like that's even still like the cards actually really corresponded well with the toy line that came out.
Mhm.
So really, it's like the animation is like just behind, I guess.
so the card game was too early. Or no,
Well, no, 'cause
the
it came with
the thing was too early.
came with the toys,
Too
right?
late, yeah.
As you're waving this around, I'm a big fan of this theory.
The top or the bottom?
Bottom.
No, we're not at the bottom.
No. Flip it over.
Huh?
I'm a big fan of that theory.
What's that?
Magic. They're
They're
pushing magic.
Advertising magic in Transformers product.
They're
So-
trying to get people off of Transformers into magic. Guess what? Hasbro WotC did not work on me. I won't play Transformers. You bring Transformers back.
No, I think they.
No. Yes.
It was the other way around. They were always like releasing both at the same time so that the store can attract people for Magic into Transformers. Not the other way around.
Then I want to see a Transformer ad in a Magic game.
Wait, that ad was
This
in
is
the Wave
Transformers.
5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. At that time, they probably decided, hey, we are not going to advertise Wave 5 Transformers anymore. So that advertisement is Magic.
How many
is-
Magic
is it-
players are playing Transformers?
And is that Arena?
I don't know what you were saying.
Arena.
Responding words, set on fire, Magic Arena. Let's combine first.
Again, this is all purely speculation, but they were very quiet for a while, WotC. where they were very active prior.
That was John Short left. Drew had to wear the hat. They were still. That's
And
one
wear
less
all the
person.
hats.
Had
He
to
had
wear
to
all the
wear, like,
hats.
all the hats.
But one less person they had to work with.
Exactly. To my point, you don't lose someone like that and not try to backfill the position.
Maybe they were trying to save money. I don't know.
When all the cards is being printed?
When are they? Or where?
Where?
I thought.
USA.
I thought here. Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Hey,
Joe's house.
you,
but yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Here they are.
The factory out back.
USA.
Okay.
I understand that's probably more expensive than China or Vietnam or whatever. I get that.
Yeah. So like if it was
Well-
like back in Asia,
It might have even died even quicker.
Yeah,
as
Because
imports
now you
got
can't
cut.
even ship anything over.
Right. Exactly.
yes. So no, I think we'll never know. But
Right.
for me, having COVID-19 plus the fact that the mobile games, Magic Arena was already there, but like they're pushing.
It's exploded since
Yeah.
everybody's stuck
Online,
inside.
right, yeah.
It's
Yes.
online. I'm just gonna play on my phone.
Right,
I
yes.
can't play with you here.
Like if you have to direct a company and want that company to prosper, you're putting money where you get more money.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
What do we think about Wave 6? Speculation.
What it would have been.
Is there a vault somewhere that now has a whole bunch of Wave 6 completed, or pretty much damn completed, hidden somewhere?
Yeah,
I'll say yes.
I'll say that they would have went Earthrise.
Well, because I feel like
I don't say the name of the set, just any set.
Oh,
any,
yeah,
any
yeah.
set,
because I think even from like an early interview with Drew where he was talking about like being 2 or 3 sets ahead even.
Mhm.
Yes.
So if not maybe like completed set of cards, character names, everything, but an idea of okay, we have these abilities set to this thing. Now we just need to put slap character name here.
Yeah.
They had work
100%, yeah.
about to be complete.
Right. Okay, we're gonna
It's
make
like-
this one of the plane people, one of our plane tribe
100%.
characters.
That brings me back to the BOA interview and our interview where they were talking about, where Drew was talking about making, beast cards for when there's like a set
future
focused around
Beast
beast.
Wars, right?
Or he was joking with BOA about Starscream's cape, and he had a whiteboard, and I choose to believe that Drew is sincere, and he actually had a whiteboard literally off screen, off camera, and he wrote something down. I'm going to choose to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's in
You're going to shoot me down?
No.
You're going to shoot Drew down?
No. No. You guys probably right.
I'm just choosing to believe that.
It's like
It was a passion project to them, so they wanted to make this.
Right, but I understand
Even-
corporate. I'll let you finish.
like even not even talking about questions, anything. If you're talking about like doing project management and how to like go
Plan.
further, right? Usually when something is dying, there's always project in the back burner
Mhm.
that already started to work on, and there is a wave 6. There is like they are not going to print tidal wave with like an helicopter
Right.
4-star
Right.
Right.
without already knowing that was
There's a
Right.
future planned. Hey, eventually we're gonna get around to that 4-star helicopter right
Yeah.
there.
Or we already made it. He just doesn't belong in this wave.
Right.
Yes.
Right. He
Yes.
doesn't. Or right. He got bumped to the next wave because we couldn't fit him. Right. We need.
That's why
this
I
many
choose to believe there's a
characters.
wave 6
The
somewhere.
printing is probably not done, or maybe they have done. I don't know.
I don't,
Ooh, that's a bit much.
yeah, I don't think they would have printed it.
Yeah, but the idea, the whole wave 6, what they were thinking,
I'm gonna push back on that. They might have printed it
they might.
Ooh.
because, like, if you go back on your phone, how spaced out are the sets? 3-4 months? Like you're not getting a ton of printing done in that time.
You guys think wave 6 is printed?
Maybe. And
I don't think it's like ludicrous to think that it is.
Yes, and when COVID,
I agree with that.
They might like see, all right, COVID is there. There's like shutdown. We know that they are not going to like a lot of person going to LGS like to buy products. So yeah, just cut the loss now.
When Wave 1 happened, Wave 2 was probably already printed, and that was what?
Yeah.
There was a gap.
Wait.
The wave 1 had to have been done and printed before September 28th, before shipping. Probably early September had to be done everything.
Wave
Wave
one-
2 didn't hit till whatever that was.
All right,
February,
well
March.
then I'll say Wave 2 was
2 was
completed.
March.
Yes.
Wave
yes.
2 was completed before Wave 1 was printed.
Yes.
Wow.
See-
Interview.
Wow.
I didn't put it out because like it wasn't a great.
But there was like at least 6-month gap there where they could have
But to
literally.
your point, in Project Matt, you don't do all this stuff for only one thing. You think
Right.
so far ahead, like
Wave 3 and 4 were made in 10.
and that's kind of what I was getting
That's
at when
always
we
one
were
of the nice things
talking
about this
off camera
game,
about
too.
organized play. You don't release this game.
You don't go day to day.
Exactly.
It's
They
not
knew
how it
organized play was coming out, way.
They probably knew it by the end of Wave 1.
No,
Yes.
they had to start the game knowing organized play was a thing.
Launch of Wave 1.
No.
For the
Before
wave
that-
one, for the wave 1 and wave 2, they already be done when they started to the print out wave 1 and distribute it.
They already knew about organized play before Wave 1 even started.
Yes.
You don't plan. A multi-billion-dollar company doesn't plan. saying,
Multi-billion-dollar
I-
company doesn't
I
kill a game.
Counter
like that.
argument that
They
with
do.
FFG.
"Hey."
Well,
Okay. FFG had the Imperial Assault game, and they had it's like campaign driven, but they also had a skirmish mode with it. Skirmish mode took off because it's I can play Joe, I can play my Darth Vader and my Imperial forces against Han and Luke and a couple Rebel stuff.
But-
And they just never seem to want to support it. Like, that's like you look at like Legion coming out, like that's their miniatures game. Like, you had that base work
You had
with
the shell, you just
Imperial
didn't
Assault,
push
right?
it.
You didn't want to support it. You didn't want to get,
Right.
you.
Yes,
So-
but it's FFG. Right now we're talking about without the cost. I know Kenago was actually working on Magic prior to Transformers. I believe that they are not just start and don't have the structure to build a game. They did probably the same thing with
Magic.
Oh my god!
Exactly. It's not some mom and pop third party company. It's
Yes.
Wizards of the Coast.
Magic is ahead. Like they know about what set is already going to be released.
Magic
And they
yeah.
didn't hire Matt, Drew, Ken, Scott.
They're all coming from Wizard of Coast.
They're
They
coming
know
from
how
Magic,
to
right.
They know how to do a game.
Well, that's what they even said with the reason why set 2 was so far delayed was they were trying to build and then we got into a regular set schedule of every 3
3
months.
and 4 was right on time. They said
Right.
this date, right on that date.
Yeah,
Because
Obviously,
right.
5 got bumped because 5,
and also it
World issues. We'll call them world issues.
Oh, we let that one go. That's an FFG thing. We're gonna bump it off. Why? We don't know why.
not to lessen the work of the designers.
Right, the docks have decided, they're going to strike, and the boats are just going to sit there for
So
2
here,
months.
so I have a question, and I'm sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but in Magic, how long does it take for them to introduce a new mechanic? Because one of my theories is they might have introduced too much too quickly, and they turned off maybe a lot of casual fans.
To get people interested, to keep the set fresh, to come back into Magic, and that's what is really great. Every set is different. The core set is the one where you might not have new mechanics because they want to attract the new players. They don't want to be off-putting with too much of the new stuff.
That's what I mean, yeah.
So it's so every set is new, has new stuff in it. There's no new
trash
set
all
that
around
doesn't
the
have it.
No, it's all over
Okay.
in the corner.
Right?
So because Wave 2 they introduced the combining mechanic.
Yeah.
Wave 3 was Wave 3 the Black Pit where it's
Yes.
peers.
Yeah. And the Battle Masters.
Yeah, and
There was always
And the
something new.
Micromasters.
sometimes it could
They were
seem
so innovative.
Wave 4 was Secret Action.
but sometimes it could
Oh,
feel
no,
like
Wave 3. That was Secret. Yeah, Wave
too
3
much
Secret.
too quickly. Where if you're a casual player at the kitchen table, man, this is just too much. And
too
to
much
to your point earlier, everything starts at the kitchen table,
Yes.
and if you lose those players,
That was
But possibly, but as far as I know, even when Invasion and stuff, Tempest, there was always something new each set. So I don't believe that making those innovation make us lose the game. On the contrary, I'd say that was bringing more people. Like when we did the Combiner Wars at the local game store, it's I think that's the right way of doing it. Bring new stuff in it, right? And also, my point was not to lessen the work of the designer, right? It doesn't cost much to think of mechanics
right
and just put it on paper.
right?
And try
it
to
just takes the play testing of
yeah. The production
pull this back or increase cost, increase star cost
Balancing.
for balancing issues and
Yes,
stuff
yes.
there.
So it doesn't cost much to just alright, set 1 will be like this, set 2 is going to be like this. Let's see how set 1 is going to do popularity wise. if it's good, then we keep the production of set 2, and then meanwhile we work on set 3, set 4.
What's also production cost? Like, how much do you think it cost them to make or to add the scoring line inside of the combiners?
That was
Special process. How much do you think? How much
If-
space off of one sheet can you fit that many metroplexes? And how many are you like? How many sheets is that going to cost?
Probably a lot. If you have to change your entire production process, of
Right.
all these cards are made the
So-
same way, you have to change something on your machine or whatever it is.
yes,
Right.
So I don't. That we need to like look at it with someone that.
But then also
is-
more production costs. Like, why are you printing 2 posters per wave for the kit?
That's
Just make it
nothing.
one.
That's not. That cost is nothing.
Not one. You're talking about thousands. This is
Yes.
per store, one store per kit.
Yes.
1,000 stores, thousands of posters.
Yes. But
Cut
still,
it down. You gotta cut somewhere important.
putting a poster like this doesn't cost much against what is.
Cut out both posters. Cut out where you can.
I
Keep
bet you that they put the money on the advertisements.
on the advertisement in Transformers.
Yes.
The money was in the OP for 10K rewards.
There was no money in advertisement.
There's no money in advertising. And
That's the money in advertisement.
this production value for these sheets. There's only so many cards you can fit on the sheet. The
Where-
battle
where-
card sheet
Where was this poster in CBS?
behind the door. When you open the door,
It's,
hey, where-
it's still like.
well, I mean,
you see it as
you know,
you
so much
leave
room.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Close.
yes, but it's still a way. Like you're not going to not print poster thinking that it's going to be in behind the door that or like in the toilet room or whatever.
Right,
That'd be better.
I agree with you, yeah.
It's a way for them to advertise it, and it's a cost that needs to be spent whenever you're doing like some kind of project, anyways.
I'd argue they should have spent more money on marketing.
Yes. So that is money in our marketing, and that's money that you're not going to how to say
Like if you use this
Save.
for right, exactly. Like what are they using this money for in terms of card quality, or it's nothing. Like they're not
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
gonna
it's
improve
nothing.
anything
Yes.
by saving with this.
And then you can argue for the ink, for the design of it, but that's nothing. Like
then cut all the posters out.
no, it doesn't
There's
say
no
it.
design for any of this because half of this is
Or
toys.
the
It's,
cards.
it's done. Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right, it's artwork already done for the toy packaging
Honestly,
and
printing
cards and
They have to ship the entire kit in a box big enough for this. That's a big.
Yeah, but it's not going to save the game or whatever.
I'm trying to help. Cut where you can. Cut where you can, and
But
spend
like you
it
said,
elsewhere.
like they release sets at the same time, so this stuff's shipping with the Magic stuff. So
Yes. Again, what-
yeah.
we are
they came in
assuming
their own boxes. They didn't come out magic stuff.
Oh right,
man.
no, yeah.
we are assuming that they are cutting it because of loss of money.
Mhm.
If you're cutting it like project-wise, if you're cutting it because of loss of money, you're already losing a lot.
You already spent money on the Gen Con and
No,
the
you're already
10Ks.
losing a lot. Like when I'm not like if I see my company going to like bankrupt or whatever, right? I would actually cut that sector before it happens.
right, like this isn't affecting them to the point where like, oh shit, we got to cut this off. They like
I believe that they are cutting it at the position where they're actually beneficiary already. They are not in the red.
right, like
or
it's
even-
it's still making money, but they can see it slowly declining and.
Yes. They like life-wise of a card game is like 1 year, 2 years. They know that there's a high. Now you have the COVID-19 happening. You don't know.
Pull the anchor out now.
Yes. Before any loss is incurred, just pull the anchor.
All right. Now on that point, I know they posted Wave 5 is the final release ever. Blah 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 by corporate.
Hmm?
Do you think it would be a bad idea for them to just about face a year down the line after COVID settles, after we're back to reality, maybe to say, you know what, we're gonna start it back up again. Leave right off at the Wave 6 that's sitting in the vault.
Have you ever known other TCG cards? for
I have known.
Transformers?
I have
no,
known
for
zero. I
Transformers.
get you.
Yes.
I get you.
Right,
I
yeah.
get that. This is a different world we're in now.
Yes. Hasbro, Transformers.
This is a Transformers IP.
I know. It's like
This isn't like Disney not letting FFG have
Yes.
Star Wars anymore.
Yes.
This is Hasbro with Hasbro being
And
with
I-
Hasbro.
and I'm pretty convinced that in the next 10 years, another card game of Transformers is going to happen. They did the work already.
See that? Yeah.
They already did the work.
Would you want to play that game?
I was gonna,
Would you want to play that game?
So I look at it from both ways.
Would you want to play that game?
I'd have to see it. I really think I'd have to
I
see
say
it.
if it's is it the same game?
Yeah. So I would say that
Like, are we going by your
If I
question? Are
can
they starting it back up?
If I can reuse in 10 years, holy.
No,
Well,
next year.
Let's say 2 years. Let's just give them 2 years. You know,
So my initial reaction is yes, absolutely, I play that game. But
Yes, absolutely play that game. If my old cards are still valid.
And I'm looking at it from the other way. I'm saying, well, why would I make that commitment again?
If it's new cards, I probably wouldn't do it.
No.
Well, no. He's
Same
saying
cards. Why would I make that commitment again?
But he's saying He's saying, okay, you burned me once.
Exactly.
Why am I going to come back here?
Only once, shame on me.
Right.
Only twice, shame on me.
No,
Like my initial thing is absolutely yes, I'm 100% all in. But then I sit and think about it for 5 minutes. Well, like you said, you burned me once. Why am I going to go back to that same one?
I mean, I'd like to I'd have to see it. Like if it's going to be a whole new game,
I wouldn't do that. I would want to jump back in again.
Maybe it was your idea,
saying
like
that,
a board
like,
game
down the road,
or
maybe.
or something. Like that would be easy to do, and I would be in on that. Like
If
a
I have
board
to
game,
reinvest wave and wave again over wave again, and all the special products, why
it
do
was Tom.
I want to do that?
always
Maybe
going
it's
to be
not.
that. It's always going to be that.
I think they would have more success if they made an attempt to revitalize this in a year or two.
because even
I know they're not going to do it. I get that.
we are
There's
not sure
like
about
this big of a chance. Can you
Right.
see that? You
Yeah.
can't see that because there's nothing there.
Because even Kyle was like, I'm going to wait for you guys to see what you get into next, and I'm sitting here thinking, well,
I don't want to do this again.
right, there probably isn't going to be a next for me. Card game wise, like I play the shit out of board games.
Chasing the rares, multiple copies,
Mhm.
resleeving, unsleeving. I just
A year later, by the way, guys, we can't support the game anymore.
So that's why like I believe that card games is living off a competition, because the only person that is going to like invest that much money are competitors.
I don't need a game to have a 10K reward at an event for me to attend.
I agree with that. But like people that keeps on buying boxes over boxes, right? To just like have that much, or people that is going to compete. Like you're not going to put that much money in a game with a.
Is that where something like TCG Player has?
Pause. Then why did everyone buy all Wave 1 boxes, full well knowing there was no OP?
Wait, what?
Why do people even bother buying Wave 1 boxes, full
So,
well knowing there's no OP, and buying Wave 2 boxes,
I'm making a
full well
difference.
knowing there's no OP?
I'm making a difference between someone that is buying a case and someone that is buying a box.
I bought a case of every wave.
Yes, and you
I
and you're
bought
competitors.
one box of Wave 1.
I was playing if there was competitive scene or not. I was buying a case.
I'm saying that like the limit between kitchen table players and players like us.
You don't make your money on kitchen table players,
Right.
I don't think.
You don't making money, but like no, like it's that those players might buy boxes to just like make the collection and
You
just
convert
play.
the kitchen table players.
Yes, like you still need to have those cards to play, right? Now someone that is like chasing a SRT.
See, but Frenchie, I see. Okay, like for the competitive player who, okay, I need to have Grimlock in this deck. They're not gonna buy the boxes to hunt. They're gonna go on TCG
Yes,
Player. They're
yes.
gonna go on
Buy
eBay.
the
They're gonna
singles.
go on, and they're gonna buy. Oh, I can get that
Yes,
for $40
yes.
So
instead
that's not
of.
money in Watsy's pocket.
Yes,
Right.
but you know people that buy the cases. Those are hardcore competitors.
Well,
No,
I,
they're
I
not.
thi- I think we are.
I buy
Me and
cases.
you are the perfect examples of this. I had no intention of doing anything like this. Like you guys
Yeah.
drug me into it.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly,
Royal play.
He wasn't kicking and screaming, but you drug him.
You guys are forcing me.
Oh, that feels good.
I bought a box of Wave 1, and by Wave 2, I bought an entire case. But like, I had no intention.
This was the first wave I bought a whole case of. I mean, part of that's to support, comic book store, but
Right.
some of that, is, hey, I need to get some of these cards.
And I had going into the game, I had zero intention of being this heavily invested.
Yes, we get committed because like we do YouTube videos, we play a lot against each other. Actually, are we?
Joe and I play a lot against each other.
Yeah,
I was out.
12 videos in a row, by the way. I looked last night. Yeah, me and you.
Is it in a row?
might be in a
In a
row.
row?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not in there somewhere?
I mean, we are committed.
I was in 12 videos in a row because it's me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you sat out one video.
Oh.
No, me and Kev played like
Two or
in a row.
three.
Four. It was four.
You're doing good.
But we split up. It wasn't 4 in a row. We
Right.
split it.
All right, so we're going to done with the speculation. No, you want to say something else? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off again. If I were to do this for a game again, it would be Magic, and there is 0% chance that happens.
Well, you already have magic
because-
cards.
Yes,
No, I
but
don't
you know
have
what?
them anymore. They got lost in my parents' basement in a flood.
Oh.
But I know the game's going to be supported for a long time. Like it's not
Forever. Not for a
It's-
long time, forever.
And it's not even that. It's like if you dive into Magic again, you're not going to do like building decks and go into competition. What you're going to do? sealed.
But
Sealed or draft.
But not only for Magic, where Transformers, if you were to get in, and this is maybe where the problem lies because they don't have rotation, you have to buy Wave 1 product, you have to buy Wave 2 product. Magic, I could start wherever I wanted to and be completely fine.
Exactly. Draft and sealed makes the game live because like competitive players that once were heavily invested into a game can come back so easily into the game with draft and sealed.
Okay,
because,
but also, OPBL was a big part of Wave 1. How many decks have you seen him in Wave 5?
Right.
In Wave 4 even?
They're slowly pushing him out with their version of rotation.
But you still need Wave 1 battle cards.
Wave 1 battle cards too slow.
Maybe not maybe not Wave 2.
That's probably what they're doing with the black pips. Black and orange, black and orange. Make everything black and orange. Eventually, Wave 1 will get pushed out.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes, but
and green pips.
There needed to be a point where they said, everything from Wave 1 to wherever
Shield. They reprinted
is irrelevant.
Handheld Blaster.
Yes and no.
I mean,
It's just
part of
like-
that's for sealed, but also
It's just like PTT, TBTA, those types of cards.
If you were doing that stuff right now of like saying Wave 1 is irrelevant when Wave 5 is out, right?
I'm not saying it's irrelevant.
Well, I
but
just-
like out of make a standard and like make a modern for example, like different different state of the game where you can only play for like the last 2 sets or whatever. If you did that this soon, you would actually lose people because what you say is like, why am I heavily invested into like one
Wave
set
1 when it's
going to be out already?
I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd be unhappy because I spent all this money on these cards and I want to be able to use them. But
Yes.
you're not attracting new players that way. If you have to go back and say, okay, well, you need all these cards from Wave 1 to be competitive, to be relevant.
Yes. That's the like the design of the game is, I love it, but the way it is made right now, they'll make it better. Like for sealed, they had to push sealed and draft so that people that was only on first set, they come in set 6, they are going to be, I want to play again. Now we can draft. Now we can sealed. And that makes more sense because like even if you don't have the set in between, you can competitively and not putting a lot of money in there, go back and have fun every week. Draft and seal is so much important.
That was my favorite part about Magic, was going weekly draft, because I didn't have to have the best constructed deck.
Yes.
Everyone's on an even playing field every single week.
Yes. Every single week you get 3 packs. You don't know what you get in there. You need to build a deck, and you can actually 3-0 the night and just like feel like a champ. You can feel like crap too and not like knowing how to
Right, but then you say, I just got crappy packs, I'll be back next week, and I bet you it'll be better.
and you
Magic talk.
$15.
I know, right?
That's it. Only $15. That's why the game is like living so long.
This is me playing Magic. Your advertisers did not work on me, Hasbro /Watson. Transformers only, Transformers for life. Ride or die.
We can go to the last question then.
Last question. We good? Speculation done? Where do we go from here? I go to bed.
So this is directed as Wreck and Roll
as a channel. Where do you guys want to go to bed?
I think Frenchie's already got it.
We will be doing. We are still working with making custom cards for TCG. I'm not going anywhere for that because I refuse to buy another CCG because I'm tired of running and chasing. In my old age, my AARP card came in.
Joe, do you want to know my favorite part about you?
My Social Security check?
Yes. We will present an idea to Joe. Joe will be the first person to say no. 36 hours later, Joe's leading the charge. for whatever it is that we proposed to him earlier. No. Joe, 36 hours later. All right, when are we starting this one?
The next day, am I missing any of the expansions?
When did you have time to get all
I
of
have
those?
3 cores and 3 expansions. Did I get them all?
My absolute favorite part about Joe.
So I'm trying not to do that. And then they go and say, want to play Arkham Horror. And I'm just like, how many expansions are there?
I wasn't even necessarily talking about that.
Did you buy the Arkham Horror?
I'm trying not to.
Don't do it.
I'm trying not to.
Don't do it.
So, yes, we will be playing board games, other card games, probably dead card games.
We're still trying to figure out a way to do Star Trek.
We are still attempting
I think we're good on the rules. It's the setup that.
Star Trek Ascendancy is a big game. We're
Yeah.
trying to
It's a
shrink.
long game.
We're trying to make it shrinky.
All right, well let's think
We're
about
trying
this
to
because
shorten it.
we're at like 2.5 hours.
We're about to come
now.
up on, yeah, we're at 2.5.
Should we cut like?
No, we're not cutting anything. If they're still here,
It's
they're
all
still
on
here.
On YouTube for you
You guys
guys.
are great.
They turned us off long ago.
They did.
I had a good idea about downforce
Good night,
that I
RJ.
decided to try.
Hold that thought. Some of the games we record mainly in here in this dining room, and for whatever reason, the light fixture that I decided to buy, combined with the paint on the ceiling, creates a lot of glare everywhere. So we try and fight that daily. And the table is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty big table. I could take the leaf out, but some of the games we play, they're pretty big. Like the camera might not get everything, and I don't want to give you guys the eagle eye view. Then you just see this thing.
Right, and not having any idea
And
what's
you
going
can't
on.
see like what's going on. I would like to try to give you guys multiple angles, and it's
I'm
very.
gonna move my ship to Bejor. Right now.
And the people from here, are like, what are they doing? I can't see.
What's a
dot moving.
Bejor? I don't even know where that's at.
So we try to come up with ways to have multiple camera angles, and the laptop's only strong enough to handle certain cameras.
Without a lot of production
That's
value
why-
because it's
Right,
it's
what's
just
Joe doesn't want to put the extra work in.
no.
That's why I got my camera because that's how we are going to get it.
we need multiple cameras,
But then-
multiple
We
audio
need
sources.
multiple shots.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, I get that.
so you have to edit it together.
Downforce.
Right.
We're doing downforce.
Right.
If we can fit a game on a screen, we'll
Yes.
probably play it. If it's 2 or more screens, we're gonna look
Then
into
we'll
it.
have like to put more work into like producing that
Once my
video.
basement's finished, which is never,
We'll try to get that.
and I can have
afterwards.
multiple tripods aimed everywhere. I'll think of something.
If you guys have suggestions for games, you
Who
want
does
to try.
drywall? Do you like Wreck and Roll and want to do drywall? Come on by. I have pizza and alcohol. I will feed you alcohol.
Chicken farm.
I will do chicken parm and alcohol.
Yes. So basically, Wreck and Roll, we are going to like play more games and be there and keep on like doing bantering.
Unfortunately, Brian will still be here.
Yes.
So I mean,
Joe is still going to try
We'll
to like
still talk
hugging
about
again.
Transformers, whether we're playing that or
why
not.
not? Yeah.
Yes, we will. Like, we're not going anywhere, and we will try to like do more games. Yeah.
What's the wrestling one you guys?
No,
keep
no.
trying to say?
SRG Super Show, you'll be saying
We
that.
want to thank you for attending our long TED Talk. 2 hours and 31 minutes. It is much appreciated.
You guys can just see that.
We have.
You can.
You could drink that.
Get a straw. Get a straw.
We will
drink that.
be
You enjoy
around
it.
here. We thank you for tuning in.
If you have watched in one go the 2 hours and a half of the video, put a bad comment.
They're in bed. They put this on with the bed.
RJ fell asleep about an hour ago.
If you are Wizards or Hasbro, I will make a plea to you to come back.
Unless you're going to
They
make another
will.
Paralyzo box, then please do
I will
not
still allow that.
come back.
If there is a Wave 6 buried somewhere,
They will. They will.
if,
And,
you're,
and you need people to reveal it?
if you need people to reveal it, we can help with that. That's not a problem.
To be
RJ
honest,
dresses up nice for you.
I did. I wore a Transformers tie. I'm
I
definitely
have
this at the end of the
Transformers on the wall. I'm supporting your products.
video. It is
There's
Decepticons
Transformers in the
There's
case.
actual Transformers around us. Can you-
That's a nice blue box up there, Joe.
they can see that. There's a Seacons, a Hasbro. I buy your stuff. I would like to buy more of your stuff. Can you please make more and keep it going, Hasbro? I understand you took a 36% loss, whatever.
In the
I am
quarter.
willing to support you by buying more TCG.
he will put another mortgage on his home.
Let's not sign any contracts just yet. Let's start at the beginning and work on the cards.
I'm just trying to get a
One
sponsorship.
thing I have to say, the
One
Transformer community was one of the best I ever been into with the games. Like
Oh, yeah.
the way Wizards of the Coast was invested into the Facebook group, like
Don't tell me, tell them.
to be close. Like I remember how they actively respond to any like the issue about the infinite turns.
Their quick ability to resolve insane scenarios,
Yes.
as opposed to other game companies, was phenomenal with an F. There's no F in that word.
So yeah,
I never
So
did get a
this-
chance to thank them for that. Thank you for keeping the terrible portions of the game out of the competitive portion of the game. You remedied that in a timely fashion.
yes.
Continue.
There's a crowd for Transformers. People love the Transformers, and there will always be a crowd for people to come to the decision. Like I mean, I think that's the really first game I saw with that many content creator in one go for like the first 6 months. It was like billions of people trying to get into covering the game. So
I was gonna say that might be a product of the time we're living in, but I was looking for
Tried to end
like Flesh and Blood, and there's no content creator for Flesh and Blood.
you there?
Not that I can find. Like I can hardly find how to play. For
Folks,
Flesh
we are not getting no. No.
Joe, kill the video. Kill the video. Bye, guys.